So, I'm sure you might notice I have a bit of a surprise for you. I have just learned how to make about Vroid. I had it before in the past, but tonight is going to be very special. Da 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 presenting my sexy new VTuber model. That's right, my fellow clients. This is my new form. So for content, yes, I did say I was interested in finding somebody to commission this, but well, I never really got around to it. No one ever contacted me about it. So I made it one myself. This is my sexy VTuber model. Wow. As you can see, it's not perfect. I'm still kind of questioning the eyes. I might tweak them a little. And if you're wondering, I made this in a thing called Vroid Studio. It's a thing made by Pixiv, aka DeviantArt, but with a lot less fetish porn. Oh yeah, I should probably bring this up because it's a very, very important thing, and I'm going to credit the person once I finish the stream. I did not make these models. I did not make the wings anyway. Yeah, my wings, as you can tell, my sexy, sexy wings. The wings are made by a person who goes by Danger Envy on Pixiv. I bought them off Booth, which is like a little shop thing. An anti-Patreon, I guess. I don't really know what else to compare Booth to. If anyone knows a good comparison, let me know in the comments. But, welp. We're gonna be playing some games. As you can tell, we have reached 200. Sorry, I was trying to get away from my controller. We have reached 200. We are at 230 subs. 230 clients earlier this year. Yeah, that's a dead angels. I can tell you that. Among Us. Also, I got the Barr is the word. Everybody knows about the bird. Bird. But, well, we're going to be playing a little something special. I'm going to shrink my size down here. Hopefully you guys could see it competently. I don't want to take up too much screen time, but be back in a few.
Check one. Check 1, 2, testing.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. So this. Sorry about this. So I didn't know it was off, but this is a game we're gonna be playing for the stream. Salty trivia with Candy Barr. Ha. This is a bit of a trivia game. A good way to describe what I've known of it is that it's to you don't know Jack what Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is to Jet Set Radio. I better turn that down a little. So anyway, I've been on their Discord server for about a year now because I really started making up my own, Jack episodes. I might pitch some of my questions to them because they're all video game themed. Who knows? Maybe I might be in the game. Maybe. And yeah, I was still happy that Jet Set Radio thing happened early this year, especially since gotta think here. Speaking of depressing shit, so at the place I work at, the Wendy's guy. I remember I work at Wendy's. I sometimes work at a Wendy's here in hell. A customer actually went by asking, "Hey, when's my former coworker gonna be back?" I told him he didn't work here anymore. Yeah, that got real depressing real fast. All right.
Check 1, 2, testing.
Oh, good. It works with the PS5 controller.
Hey, thanks for playing Salty Trivia. I'm Candy Barr, and you'll be hearing my voice a lot throughout the game. Before we start, we gotta clear a few things up. First of all, this game contains some censored profanity, double entendres, audio gags that reference violence, drug and alcohol references, and other disrespectful material.
So get out, children!
Rating of 12 and above, and we urge you to remember that this is all just fictional. Also, speaking of fictional, we're gonna be talking about giving you prize money, but remember that nobody here can or will reach past the fourth wall to give you money for playing this game. We're only presenting this game for free, so I think it's only fair. Finally, we're gonna mention a lot of trademarks and copyrighted words. This does not mean that we're associated with the copyright holder in any capacity.
Yeah, control, fuck you!
I'm pretty sure that our just making questions about Mickey Mouse isn't going to violate Disney's copyright, since parody, education, and commentary all fall under fair use. And because we aren't actually showing you any copyrighted footage. This game is released under Creative Commons, but in case you want to fork this game, remember that none of the performers have waived the copyright for the voice performance, so you have to replace all the voice acting. Alright, with that over with, are you ready to have your brain twisted with lateral thinking and bad puns?
Yes!
Let's get you to the game. And
let's get to it!
Let's make the show.
Alright, so yeah, that's the game. Sadly, no one's watching the stream. Yeah, there's only a handful of episodes so far. I had like, so as I said, I wrote a bunch of random video game themed questions. Yeah, it'll be hilarious if I like snuck up on there and be like, all right, let's see. So, demo. This is the 13-question game made for the public available beta build. You can try out every question except the Rage Against Time and Sugar Rush, but only meets Candy Bar. The other voice I didn't cast yet. All right. So I should probably bring stuff up. All right. Well.
Welcome to the very first episode of Salty Trivia with Candy Bar, where the questions are ridiculous, but the answers are serious. I'm your host, Candy Bar, and I'll be meting out the questions and stats for today. Now lift your trays to the upright position and prepare for takeoff. Or don't, I don't care. Wow, this is either going to be a very boring episode.
Hey, I am not a scrappy!
Or a very legendary episode with a lone trivia master. You know what costs less than 5 cents? These complimentary lifesavers. If you're unsure of the answer, press the shoulder button to eliminate 2 choices. If there are other players who didn't use a lifesaver, you get to pick an option out of 2 after they pick an option out of 4. You get 1 lifesaver for a dozen questions, so use it strategically. Lifesavers don't work on special question types, so keep that in mind too. Let's get going.
Yeah, I wonder what the other question types are. All right. Let's see, we got the first
on
one.
The chopping block. You don't know the Giant Slayer. Did anyone else only find out about the whole I smell the blood of an Englishman thing until you were all grown up? Or is Daisy playing tricks on me again? When I was a kid, I don't remember hearing about Englishmen or any nationality, just fee, fi, fo, fum, end quote. Anyway, suppose the giant could smell the blood of only people born in England. Because he wasn't born in England, the blood of which of these people would least stink to him? Ed Sheeran, Gordon Ramsay, Daniel Radcliffe, or Rowan Atkinson?
The only one I know is,
Here's the tea. You mean to tell me that Johnny English isn't English? By Jove, what blasphemy!
Damn it!
You're really making me work for my salary, aren't you? Ed Sheeran, Dan Radcliffe, and Rowan Atkinson were all born in England, but Gordon Ramsay was born in Johnston, Scotland.
I already knew he was Scottish, but I thought that meant, like, born in actual England, and I thought they didn't, like, count Scotland.
Either way, he's gonna criticize that ground-up human bones are not a
Of course. Where's the lamb sauce latte?
Be he alive or be he dead. You're gonna love this one. Who doesn't want to be a millionaire? Which one of these contestants in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire will become a millionaire?
The one who wins $2.2 million and gets taxed 59%. The one who wins $1.8 million and gets taxed 48%. The one who wins 1.
And the big reveal? So wrong, yet so
damn it!
Interestingly so. The shocking truth is,
I can't math, the woman.
$1.5 million. It's just under $500,000, leaving the contestant with $1,035,000. Taxes, man, how do they work?
Ask Yoshi.
Here's your next category. Drop that mouth temperature. That means it's sorting time.
Ooh. Sorta, kinda.
7 names.
So is this like this or that?
I need you to tell me if it's the stage name of a DJ or DJ group, or a flavor of Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
I don't know any of this.
DJs, press left. If it's DJs, press right. Oh, and you won't have enough time to use a lifesaver here. Let's go. Cherry Garcia. Marshmallow. Green Velvet. Fake Mint. Whiskey Biz. Black Coffee. Duck Sauce. Not bad, a few bits where you went nuts.
Ah, thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
I came up with the name Candy Bar because I was originally a guitarist. Get it? Bar chords? But if I were a Ben and Jerry's flavor, I would probably be salted caramel mixed with, I don't know, anchovies or something weird like that.
I don't eat a Ben & Jerry's ice cream, so I don't care.
Please welcome Christmas songs for a controversial government. If you rewrote the hymn, the first Noel, to be about the head of state of modern-day Israel, what would be the line following Noel, 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 Noel? Born as the president of Israel, born as the prime minister of Israel, born as the chancellor of Israel, or born as the shofet of Israel? This is the fun part. You know, there's a difference between the head of state and the head of government. In case you're wondering, from the 7th of July 2021 until 7 years later, Israel's head of state is President Isaac Herzog, though all the powers are actually in the hands of Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, the head of government. What a sham. All you get is the title of president without the ability to send in a single nuke. Brace yourself for sweets that make you groan.
Candy trivia with Salty Barr.
So there was a time in my life when I worked as a joke proofreader on Laffy Taffy bars. It made me bitter for the rest of my life, but I still like eating Laffy Taffy, so now I'm dragging your toes into my fresh hell. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? If they flied over the bay, they'd be bagels. Okay.
Ha!
Whatever. Speaking of bagels, if you smoked weed that made you feel like a bagel, what would you say? Dude, I'm so baked and fried right now. Well, I'm absolutely steamed and baked. Man, I feel totally boiled and baked. Or, holy shit, I feel like I'm baked and boiled, dude. This is the part where I correct you. What's the opposite of winner winner chicken dinner? You beef stew? Here,
I am not good at this!
Bagels are made by first boiling the batter, then baking it for emphasis. Bagels are like the boring uncles of donuts, but on the bright side, you can load it up.
Yeah, I
with
might
tomato
try
sauce
and do
and
this
Italian
later, like,
sausage,
if
and
I can
make it
find some
just
friends
as
that can, like,
tasty and
who are willing
unhealthy
to
as a
stream.
donut.
Suffer 6 minutes of me.
Let's see how you do in justifiable work. You know how Todd Howard, CEO of Bethesda, sort of didn't explain some crafting mechanics in Fallout 4? Well, since they used to market their products by saying it just works, which company could send Todd a cease and desist any day now? LG Corporation, Caterpillar Inc., Apple Inc., or the Eastman Kodak Company? Let's see if you passed. In 2011, Steve Jobs unveiled iCloud for Apple devices.
It just
using the
works,
slogan,
it just works, little light shining shows. Oh, but it just works. What's this? A new release?
Screw you, Apple.
Scoreboard.
We'll be right back after these messages. Not from my sponsors, but these thirsty guys trying to slide into my DMs. I gotta go block those real quick. See ya!
Alright, round 2.
Welcome back to Salty Trivia. Remember me? I remember the first time we met like it was only yesterday. Let's carry on to round 2. Point values are double in round 2 because of course. Let's get going. There's a pretty clueless person in here, and that's me wondering why you're not using the lifesavers. Use one if you want to rule out a couple options from a hard question. But if you hold on to it for 6 more questions, we'll take it away for good. If it sounds like something you want to use, you need to press the shoulder button. Okay?
Okay, lady. Ooh.
Are you ready for this? Time fries. Five Guys Burgers and Fries was founded in the US in 1986. Adjusting for population growth in the US since then, how many Guys Burgers and Fries is that in 2021 to the nearest tenth of a guy? 5.3 Guys Burgers and Fries. Can you handle the truth? Please do better next time. Your mind must have 404'd. Out of these two left, which is right, Lifesaver user? The US had a population of
Yes!
240 million.
69 actually got there!
Went up to about
69!
330 million in
69!
That's a ratio
At
of
the-
5 to almost 7.
Thank God!
Be careful eating too many burgers, or it'll give you an extra guy's worth of fat. Coming up next, where chicken and high culture collide. I'm gonna give you a silly phrase whose syllables rhyme with another more popular phrase. Buzz in and type the answer as soon as you know what it is. Though as a disclaimer, even though the answer rhymes in my accent, the answer might not perfectly rhyme or rhyme at all in yours. Don't at me. If you're stumped, I'll drip feed you up to 3 clues every quarter of the way. But every half a second, the value of the question will go down, so you should buzz in as soon as you know it. Put your rhyming cap on and tell me, with what slogan does this rhyme? Wow, Gourmet Wing Smith Bauer. It's an ad slogan for a hit game console. Like Wii, perhaps? You're
Oh, got it! I got it!
I really want to believe that you made a really bad typo instead of believing that you're
Damn
dumb.
it!
Oh, you've never heard of that popular game?
I
console,
knew it!
The NES?
Dude!
Wow, Gourmet Wing Smith Bauer.
Now you're playing with power!
Yep, that's the ad slogan for the Nintendo Entertainment System back in 1985.
I knew that one!
More power just by doom
Dude!
phone. Please welcome the Snap, Crackle, and Pop Foundation. Suppose the immortal Dr. Bright from the SCP Foundation actually emitted light. Which of these bullet points would you not expect to be added to the lengthy list of the things Dr. Bright is no longer allowed to do at the Foundation? Dr. Bright may not emit over 800 stellaris per second. This is the fun part. Lumens, candle, and lux are all units used to measure light. Stellaris is a video game.
Never heard of that one.
I mean, I would add one of those admonishments myself, but the list says, and I quote, "No more additions are allowed. Cowards." You're gonna love this one. Chip Chip Chirah. If Moore's Law applied to Chip and Dale as well as computer chips, what would happen to Chip every 2 years? Chip gets twice as dense, Chip eats half as many acorns, Chip runs 3 times faster, or Chip costs 5 times as much. To set the record straight, don't quit your day job. I thought it was pretty simple, but Moore's Law is the observation, not actually a scientific law, that every 2 years, the density of integrated circuits more or less doubles. Great, because one dense chipmunk wasn't enough already.
Yeah, I am not very good at
Say
this.
hello to the writing team's attempt at breaking the host. Brace yourselves, this one's a 1,000 question.
Is this,
That means it's worth as much as 1,000 other questions. But the prize money goes down the longer you take to answer. And since we can't just give away big money to everyone, only the first person to answer can win the prize. Alright, are you ready? Start the clock! What could a person with supercalifragilisticexpialidocious levels of hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia say to perform what the hell is this word? Flossinausinihilipilification of anti-disestablishmentarianism. I know that word at least. Okay, here are the options. I like what you have to say about managing a company. I'm scared of eating Hawaiian fish. I'm amazed at how your thyroid seems to be defective but isn't. Or I don't care for... No, that's humuhumunukunukuapua, silly. Everybody knows that. I thought it was pretty simple, but... Anti-disestablishmentarianism is the political view that opposes the opposition to separation of church and state. Flossinausinihilipilification is the act of evaluating that something is unimportant or worthless. And finally, hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia is the fear of long words. How ironic. Why, yes, I am very fun to play Scrabble against. Why do you ask?
Yeah, I was already thinking that because they're...
Brace brace yourself for very remote work. If you have 1 day to finish an assignment, being on which planet will give you the most time to procrastinate? Mercury, Venus, Mars, or Earth actually? And the big reveal? A day on Venus is a whopping 5,832 Earth hours, or 243 Earth days. But then it would take 1,215 Earth days until the weekend, so you win some, you lose some.
Alright. Let's see if I can do the attack.
Welcome to Like It or Leave It. For each of the 5 sections, like the options that match the description, but leave everything else. The first 3 items stay the same, but the 4th item changes every section. The topic is flying colors, and the options are red, blue, and yellow. It's time to relate. Used in the flag of Poland.
Oh.
Poland's flag is white and red. Yep, white is on top. A color of standard printer ink. The 4 colors of ink a printer uses are cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, included in British Smarties from the start.
Close enough! Yeah, I literally just
White
had
brown
some.
Smarties in 1988, then were replaced with white Smarties in 2006, but added back in 2008 when they found a less artificial and less controversial dye, Japanese Generation 1 Pokemon games.
Hey!
Pokemon Red and Green first, then Blue.
Then yellow was
then
technically.
a
Yellow was
close
technically.
song title.
I demand a recount. It was technically a Gen 1 game.
Yellow is a Coldplay song, and so is Shiver, but there's no Coldplay song called Silver. That's
All right.
the end of the game. Now for the final scoreboard.
I did terrible, didn't I? I did better.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for participating in this very first episode of Salty Trivia with Candy Barr. Now get out.
All right, yeah, that was fun. Did one person make? Oh. Damn. There's a killer? Well, that's just episode 1. So I probably advise Karate. Or viewer discretion is advised. Okay, it's downloading episodes. Well, let's get to the first actual episode.
Welcome to the very first episode of Salty Trivia with Candy Barr, where the... Hold on, what happened to the teleprompter? It's gone totally blank. Miles!
Stand by, please. Alright, who unplugged the teleprompter?
It wasn't me, I swear!
Come on, Daisy, whenever something bad happens in the studio, 9 times out of 10, it's your prank.
Candy, Daisy was in front of the audio deck this whole time. I can vouch for her. for once.
Oh, thank goodness, Malsey.
For the umpteenth time, stop calling me that.
Oh, hey, the teleprompter's back up.
Good. Everyone back to battle stations and cue intro.
Okay, that was
Welcome to the
something.
very first episode of Salty Trivia with Candy Barr, where the questions are ridiculous but the answers are serious. I'm your host, Candy Barr, and I'll be meeting out the questions and sass for today. Now lift your trays to the upright position and prepare for takeoff. Or don't, I'm not your flight attendant.
It's the same joke.
Hey, we set this whole game up only for one person.
Oh, close enough.
Whatever, I'm getting paid per episode.
I am a jack.
Here's a lifesaver. The lifesaver will let you answer later. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's get the ball rolling with Hand in Handyman. A handyman finds a fossil in his backyard. Upon consulting an archaeologist, he finds out that it's also a handyman. What species of hominid did he dig up? A handy Homo habilis? A handy Homo erectus? A handy Homo neanderthalensis? Can you handle the truth? I can't. I can't both keep a teen rating and make a joke about a handy
Damn it.
Homo erectus.
Candy, please.
Why didn't you think of this? Homo habilis is the first species of hominid known to have used stone tools, hence earning the nickname the Handyman. If I had $1 for every time I was called a tool, I'd be broke because I'm absolutely amazing. Let's move on
Okay,
to
that's-
Beware the Ides of Screw it, beware the whole year. Suppose you're an ancient Roman citizen from Julius Caesar's time who traveled in time to the year 2020 Common Era, only to be trapped indoors because of the pandemic. How would you complain? I hate the year AUC 2173. I never should have traveled to AUC 2473. There aren't even any gladiators in AUC 2773. Oh, enough thinking. Just for that answer, you're sentenced to damnation to the beasts. Here's what you didn't know. The years were numbered since 753 BCE, the supposed founding of Rome. So add 753 to 2020 and you get AUC 2773. And by the way, there indeed are gladiator shows in AUC 2773. It's called college football, and the only catch is that the impoverished fighters only die of brain damage decades down the line. Coming up next, gazing into the Skyrim, and it's a grandiose sorta kinda.
The Elder Scrolls V
I'm gonna give you 7
1111
titles. For each of them,
dots.
I need you to tell me if it's the title of a famous photograph taken from space, or the title of a book you can obtain in the Skyrim series.
Damn it!
If it's a
I
space
played
photo,
Skyrim,
press
but
left. If it's
Skyrim book
Skyrim,
report.
that's right.
Skyrim
Remember
book
that
report.
There's no life saving on a
Skyrim
kinda.
book report.
Here we go. Hanging Gardens. Darkest Darkness. The Blue Marble. Mystic Mountain. Pillars of Creation. Breathing Water. Magic from the Sky. Seems like you spaced out there.
I didn't read books in Skyrim. I was too busy adventuring and trying to
Best thing about
pimp out my
Skyrim is
house.
You can turn it into literally anything with enough mods. In fact, this game is actually an extremely modified version of Skyrim. Enjoy.
Can we get some
Okay.
pretty damn tasty
Trivia?
nachos?
Salty. Viral marketing does work, doesn't it? I still have that slogan stuck in my head ever since YouTube comments made it into a meme. Well, finish the middle of this meme. Posture, bad. Blank, blank. Diagnosis, lumbago. Back aching. Ankles swelling. Wrists inflamed. Or neck crooked. This is the part where I correct you. Lumbago is pain in the lumbar region or lower back.
Hey, yeah!
Body pain is so relatable and
I got it
relatable,
right.
Especially
Yeah,
in
I don't
existential
read books in Skyrim. I'm just too busy adventuring, doing
time.
things.
Riddle me this. Your host, Virago. Yep, this is another Trivago question. How can I lose my virginity? Be less vivacious, be less expensive, be less petulant, or be less witty? Enough thinking. Trust me, current events are making me less vivacious every single day already. Oof, this is gotta hurt. A virago is a loud, bad-tempered woman who is easily angered by the slightest provocation, and virginity is the quality of being a virago. So the best fit out of these four would be petulant, which is similar to irritable or snappy.
Hey, I'm I'm a Virgo.
If you knew the people I know,
That explains
you'd
a
be
lot.
Drago too. I'm the shrew that nobody can tame, bitches.
Wiki, wiki, bitch.
Riddle me this. My very own question type. So, to justify me hosting this show, the writers had to come up with a special question type related to me. And they came up with the idea of reading Laffy Taffy jokes. Yeah, I'm not happy about having to relive my brief high school stint of proofreading those either. Here we go. What kind of bear has no teeth? A gummy bear.
Ha!
Wow, okay, so... Suppose your gummy bear is swollen or bleeding. Which of these diagnoses makes the least sense? Diabetes, eczema, scurvy, or pregnancy?
Uh...
To set the record straight, please do not breed. The shocking truth is, eczema is a skin disease and does not cause inflamed or bleeding gums.
How can you bleed while pregnant?
And depending on your degree of prior exposure, that I'm a Gummy Bear song may also cause bleeding ears.
I did better.
I'll be right back after these messages. Not from my sponsors, but these thirsty guys trying to slide into my DMs. I gotta go block those real quick. See ya.
Or people who keep asking me to be their sugar daddy.
Welcome back to Salty Trivia. Remember me?
For the
I
record,
remember the first time we met like it was
don't call me
only
your sugar
yesterday.
daddy.
Let's carry on to round 2. This round makes all the stakes higher, twice as high to be exact. Let's dip our toes into this one. Are you gonna use those lifesavers, or did I go through the trouble of sourcing them? And let's talk more walk. I like that. I love this one. Are the boomers okay? If you want to give a sarcastic, dismissive remark to someone saying, "Back in my day, QWERTY was brand new and only existed on typewriters, not these fancy schmancy touchscreen devices," what would be the most accurate? OK Missionaryer, OK Loster, OK GIer, or OK Silenter? This is the part where I correct you. You had the right to remain silent. You're really making me work for my salary, aren't you? The missionary generation was born after the Civil War, between 1860 and 1882. The QWERTY keyboard first entered the market in 1874, with the release of the Remington No. 1 typewriter.
Yeah, speaking of typewriters,
That means
so
QWERTY's
yeah, I remember like in the
150th
Gmod
birthday is
episode,
in 2024.
Dead and Loving It.
And
So
still, next
originally,
to no other video game has
Dracula
managed
was
to figure
supposed to
out a better way
carry
type stuff
a
on controller.
typewriter.
Innovation at its finest.
Was supposed to bring in a typewriter instead of an ancient PC, but I couldn't find a
Are you
typewriter on
ready
the
for
Steam
this?
Workshop, so
Top
I just.
3 things to do to the designated driver. I'm gonna give you a silly phrase whose syllables rhyme with another more. No need to explain, let's begin. With what saying does this rhyme? Fruity Fizz, spin the guy, shove the key holder. Aesthetic tastes are subjective.
Yeah, I don't know this one. I've got nothing.
Aesthetic tastes depend on whoever's seeing it. Attractiveness is stored in the viewer's eyeballs. Okay, what are you thinking of? I gave you all the clues. What do you want from me? Wow, that was an ugly little failure. But some people might like it, since Fruity Fizz spin the guy of the key holder and all.
Oh.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, who is now floating towards you and attacking you. Roll for initiative. Here's your next category. Like, do not like me. Daisy says that the keys to imitating a Valley Girl accent are the rising intonation,
Yeah, like,
the
I
vocal
don't
front end of
know.
the sentence, and the word like it's used like frickin' or bloody or whatever, depending on where you're from. So, like, what should I stand this as? Uses like as a preposition. Take it away, Daisy.
My roommate was fuming, like a kettle or something. And then he said, I don't like how you're looking at me. So I was like, what are you even talking about?
Or,
And he got,
and the big reveal?
you're like totally wrong. I'm like so disappointed.
Out of these two left, which is right, Lifesaver user? A preposition is something that relates a noun to another word.
Why did I feel like I
from the
knew that
kettle
one?
to the way
Yes,
my
I went
roommate
to
was
school,
fuming.
damn it.
Here's another example of this way of using the word like. Daisy, why do you always talk like
Yeah,
Valley
I'm
Girl?
looking at Cerberus right now. Hey, Cerberus!
What does Valley Girl mean?
You wouldn't
wouldn't get
get
it.
it.
You wouldn't, like, get it?
Let's see how you do in.
And I know,
This is
he's
stated
doing
that
a
the play is badly managed.
still
So
slept
the
with
four
Mitch.
Horsemen of the Apocalypse appear
They're
in
not
the
in hell.
1990 novel Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, but they ride motorbikes now.
Neil
and one of them retired
Gaiman.
a long time ago. Which of these current events could most likely push the retired horsemen back into duty? Widespread food shortages in China, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the death of Queen Elizabeth II, or the COVID-19 outbreak?
Horseman, Oh!
Here's the T. In the book, Pestilence retired after penicillin was invented, and passed the torch onto a new horseman named Pollution. And that Pollution fellow must be having a real great career with all the climate crisis going on. I fear for my future. Coming right up, the last thing you'd want in your trivia game trivia. You know that Burger King foot lettuce scandal, right? That time in 2012 when a 4chaner uploaded a picture of himself standing on 2 bins of lettuce. 4chan found out it was in Mayfield Heights, Ohio, and then some shitty YouTube channel made a shitty top 15 video with a weird voiceover. Keep that image in mind as I ask you
Anyway.
this. Since they're not in the feed, which of these bones on that guy's body would have been the farthest from the tub of Burger King foot lettuce? His tali, his patellus, his calcanei, or his phalanges?
I know it's like a typo in there. Wait.
Here's the T. The cuboid, the calcaneus, and the phalanges are all bones in a foot.
Pure luck!
The patella is the kneecap.
My name is Jave. Okay,
And
so
also, patellas
at some
are
point, I
one
actually
that break,
was
like you've
planning
seen
a
Burger
Symphony
King
of the
foot
Night
lettuce
Let's
memes.
Play, but I never uploaded it.
Entering the scene, I've been a keen teen for Ween. Wow, these rhymes packed like sardines are on fire like kerosene. Well, ready to make some green? If you were weaning with the members of the band Ween, which of the following would you have been? Changing car oil with Dean and Jean, making clarified butter with Dean and Jean, abstaining from breast milk with Dean and Jean. Let's see you got it. I think you're too stuck on the word ween. Here's what you should have picked. Weaning is where a baby is trained to stop drinking breast milk and start eating more solid foods, like paste made of crushed soybean. That's one way to get used to guava juice. After that, you should get the Sega Genesis out so you, Dean, and Jean can play Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I can't
Don't you
stop
mean the
rhyming.
mean
Hopefully it'll
Pingus?
get better before Halloween. Oh, in the name of the Queen. Oh well, off to question 13.
Yeah, the person who made this had a lot of fun. Yeah, I might even contribute, like...
Welcome to Like It or Leave It. For each of the 5 sections,
Although I might
like
tweak.
the options that match the description, but leave everything else. The first 3 items stay the same, but the 4th item changes every section. The topic is bomb these blondie zombies with a big bang. And the options are blonde hair, a hit K-pop track, and a zombie movie. Get ready to make some connections. Could be platinum. Platinum
Yeah!
too. Most are made in Europe.
Oh, the church.
South America has the most Catholics. Opened on the iTunes app. Audiobooks are on iBooks, related to Cockneys versus Zombies.
Hell's a cockney?
Wow, we got a 76 on Rotten Tomatoes? Something Arnold Schwarzenegger has. Arnold C is a language made entirely of his one-liners.
I need to see that.
Was
I'm not a
entertaining. Let's see how
programmer.
that affected your final
I want to know if
service.
even Chihiro could do that. Like, Chihiro be like, come with me if you want to live. Hey!
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for participating in this very first episode of
Yeah, I
Salty
wonder what
Trivia
Dr.
with Candy
Bright is.
Barr.
No, I'm not using my phone
Knock it out.
because that is cheating. All right. Yeah, I'll be playing all the episodes here. All right, Candy. Milestone, the producer, is working candy's not your best day. Michael, let's say a second. On the bright side, this episode is the debut of the debut. I'm gonna get some water. I'm back. And I didn't even have my headset on yet. Okay, let's see. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay,
I'm Candy Barr, and you're watching Salty Trivia. I've only slept 9 hours over the past 4 days, so I'm right on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I wasn't my sandwich, that was my cue card. Wait, we set this whole game up only for one person?
Mayor
Whatever, I'm getting through this
Tyoshka.
episode. But enough of that, here's a lifesaver. If you're unsure of the answer, yeah, making sure you know just in case. The first category is full of bull. If I decided to fill up an empty stomach with nothing but Red Bull, like I did earlier this week, how many 8.3-ounce cans can I expect to chug? 2.4 cans? 3.8? Let's see if you passed. I thought so at first, but then I knew better.
Damn it, I could have
Why
picked
didn't you
69.
think of this? The human stomach can expand out to about a quart, which is 32 fluid ounces. You can fit 4 cans of bull in there if you really try. Where I come from, that's called completely normal finals week behavior. Brace yourself for swinging from red vines. I've got another Laffy Taffy bar right on the podium here, which is convenient for a fix of bad jokes and processed sugar. What do you call rabbits hopping backwards in a row? A receding hairline.
Ha!
So that's a thing. Well, based on the social habits of hares, how many hairs would most likely be in that receding hairline? Just 2 or 3 hairs, about 5 hairs, about 10 hairs, or about 20 hairs? Let's find out. That was quite the optimistic guess, but putting 20 hairs in one place would spell disaster. In
God
case you're wondering, hares are solitary creatures living by themselves or with a partner. So we'd have just the bare minimum needed to form a line. 2 hairs. Maybe a third one if they're feeling frisky. have to worry about a receding hairline anytime soon, fortunately. But considering that my dad and both my grandpas went bald, I might not be safe for much longer. I'm feeling a little lightheaded already. Your food
Yeah.
forgot. Ready or not, here comes a sorta kinda. I'm gonna give you 7 names. For each of them, I need you to tell me if it's a way to tie a necktie or a way to hold someone down in wrestling. If it's a, alright, less work for me, half Nelson, half Windsor, fishhook, cloverleaf, four-in hand, Trinity, double chicken wing. That was like tying a full Windsor without practice. You could almost do it, but it ended up messy. I have some unused options. Prince Albert, Pratt, Krasny Hourglass, Front Chancery. Only one of them is a wrestling move and you'll never know which.
Someone look that up.
Prepare your mind for OSHA violation. Which of these C's is an actual C that connects to other C's, not a lake that's compensating for something? The Aral Sea, the Baltic Sea, the Caspian Sea, or the Dead Sea? Drum roll, please. Okay, now stop. Please do better next time. I thought it was pretty simple, but... The Baltic Sea, located between Sweden, Poland, and Estonia, is connected to the Atlantic Ocean. The rest of them are posers.
Or as we gods call them,
Pretend
conformists.
they're a C. It's like if I claim to be a good actor. Hey, who added my cue card to say that? I'm going to inconvenience your family. You're making me just so salty and lightheaded. Everything's... Ugh.
Hello? Candy? You okay? She fainted.
Oh my god, I knew this would happen someday, but geez, on the 2nd episode? And I keep telling her not to stay up all night snorting energy drinks before we have a show on. Now I have to deal with an unconscious gremlin and get her some medical care. Or I could just leave her in the back room and host the rest of this game. Yeah, I think I'll
Yeah,
have to do
please do that, Steve.
She left her cue
Or
card on the
Miles.
podium.
Her name is
Hey,
Miles,
interns,
but I think he's
Could
looking
a
like
couple
a
of you
Steve.
carry her to the green room? She should
Kind of
only be like 50
Steve.
kilograms.
Yes, Mr. Stone.
You can just call me Miles. I'm gonna have to scold her for this.
Miles Prower?
Ahem. Welcome to the game. I'm Miles Stone, the producer. Did you
Ah,
know that
yes.
Andy drafts most of these questions? It makes the writing process much easier. Of course, we have to filter some of them for having too much salt.
Ha!
The next question's called, She's Just Not My Typography. Which of these tabloid headlines objectified tittles? Top 12 letters with bodacious curves. E and H, open wide. F and I scandal. Are they dating? Or are those firm round dots real? Your choices are locked in. What you're thinking about is a ligature. This is the solution. A tittle is a dot on the lowercase I and J, or any similar single dot mark. I'm sure that article would titillate their audience. Man, the stuff you can get away with on TV these days. The next question's called, Is a truckload of people just 2 people? On average, how many people are in a metric ton of people? 16 people? 69 people? 280 people? And now we reveal the choices. Man, how does Candy come up with all that? Here's the right answer. The average person weighs 62 kilograms or 137 pounds. A metric ton is about 16 times that, at 1,000 kilograms or 2,205
Let's
pounds.
see.
Of course, the answer is going to be 15 or 14 people if you're weighing people in Mexico. No, really, they have the highest rate of obesity. That's it for round 1, but we'll be back in the next round where point values will be doubled. I can't believe this is happening. Welcome back to Salty Trivia. Andy is still recovering backstage, so I, the producer, will be continuing to host the game, but hopefully not for long. I'm not a big fan of public speaking. Did I mention that point values are doubled in round 2? Sure you already know, but I'm just making sure. Remember, lifesavers are there to help you. Sure, let's skip it. The next question's called, I'm an knoll at the size of this thermometer. I can't do a Scottish accent. Oh well.
I can do it if I left
Practically
it.
speaking, which one of these is an absolute unit? Degrees Celsius, degrees Fahrenheit, degrees Rankine, or now for the validation. Celsius goes below 0 on a winter day, so no. This is the solution. 0 Rankine is absolute 0, the coldest temperature physically possible. The difference between Rankine and Kelvin is that
Yeah, we're gonna have like a crazy day tomorrow, and I'm gonna try my best to edit as
not
many
Celsius.
videos as I can. For
I guess
context,
the rule is stay positive? I can't do it like Candy does. She left the wisecrack empty on this cue card.
poor
The
guy.
next question's called Breath of the Wild. How
Ooh.
many links tall is Link from the Legend of Zelda series? Link is 2 to 3 links tall. Link is 8 to 9 links tall. Link is... And now we reveal the choices. Hey Daisy, can you play that sad trombone effect we have? Thanks. This is the solution. The Link, the unit, is 20.3
Oh, I thought
centimeters,
they were
or
talking like
7.9
amount of
inches.
Zelda games.
Since Link, the hero, is a young adult male of average height in most incarnations, a reasonable height for him would be 8 to 9 links tall, which is 160 to 180 centimeters, or 5'3" to 5'11". All these unit questions read by a man named Miles Stone. Did Candy plan to faint?
Plot twist, she did.
The next question's called An Island by Any Other Name. Whoa, this is huge. It's the 1,000 question. 1,000 question is worth 1,000 normal questions. But the value gets... If you're good, I'm good. Start your engines because the time starts now. In what island in Wales is Lenafair... What the hell is this word?
What year is it?
Candy, good to see you're up and running again. Now what did I tell you about caffeine-fueled all-nighters?
That I'm young enough to tank them.
That's not... Never mind. Do you know how to pronounce this?
Oh, that? It's Shanvai Pushkringelsko Garfriend Dobel Santisilio Gogogoch.
Clanva... What?
Shan, Fire,
Push,
Win, Gish.
Screw this. Read this question for me.
I mean, that's what I'm hired to do anyway. Give me the cue card. There. Okay. In what island in Wales did Shanvai Pushkringelsko Garfriend Dobel Santisilio Gogogoch, Anglesey, Scomer, Cardigan, or St. Catherine? The Isle of Anglesey is in the northwest of Wales.
The one question I got right, and it's the lowest amount of points.
Also, make sure you don't travel to Shanghai if you have recently gotten human ultramicroscopic silica volcanoconiosis.
How does she do that?
Yeah, I think I read something like a news report. Somebody actually did say that
Brace
once, and
yourself for
actually,
reflecting attacks with sick jams. I'm gonna give you a silly phrase who's so much to do, so little time, right? With what TV trope does this rhyme? Bard, parrying, chillin'.
ah,
Okay, what are you thinking of?
arson, murder, and jaywalking.
Maybe next time don't move fast and break things.
Damn it!
If you're gonna be a bad guy, why not be upfront with it and be a professional? A reliable business partner. A bard parrying chillin'.
Ah!
I mean,
And I'm a
management is important.
troper!
Needs more business partners too. Want me to give you their email address? Riddle me this. A health checkup. Hey, are you hydrated? Yeah, 25% of me is water. Yeah, 40% of... This is gonna be good. The ideal body water percentage is somewhere around 55%. Actually, let me just take a quick water break.
I was a
Apparently I sweated
troper.
really hard while I was out. I'm definitely gonna have to change out.
I was a troper. I was
Don't sell it
a
short.
troper.
Sir Miles got tired of my whining. Considering what 2 drinks are mixed to make a wine cooler, what would he dump on my head to cool my whining? Wine and sparkling water, wine and iced tea, wine and beer, or wine and fruit juice? Let's see you got it. If only you had a second chance. Disappointingly, A wine cooler is a mixture of wine and fruit juice, though sugar or soda can be used as well.
Yeah, my fellow troper's gonna be having a field
And
day
because
with
I
this.
inherited my mom's weak Japanese liver, just a wine cooler or two is enough to get me vomiting.
Yeah, I
I
should
know
probably bring up
because
something funny that
that's
happened to me.
exactly how
So
I
there was like a
found out
clip
I
from The
have low
Simpsons,
alcohol tolerance.
like a more modern episode, basically where Mr. Burns was like running like and Krusty were like running like fast food business, and there was like a parody at some rainbow capitalism called like
We've made it to the
LGBTQBLT.
sugar rush. For each of the 6 sections, select only the options that match that description. 1 point gain for each right answer.
Oh,
or
so they're
omission,
changing the.
but 1 point lost for each wrong answer or omission. Only choose matches that fit this topic. Been there, not born there. Which world hoppers are not from the wonderful place in question?
Chronicles of Neverland. Oh. This is confusing. Oh, are you supposed to be heroes? Sparkly Shepherd Jam Guided. Yeah, sure, let's play that. Yeah, I suck at this one.
That's all for this episode of Salty Trivia. I hope you learned a thing or two today. Because I sure as hell didn't.
Yeah, I want to try this myself. Alright. Oh, wait, what does it say? Give me your answers to. During a timeless smirking... Introducing this timeless smirking chaotic audio engineer, Daisy Chain, who enjoys pranking the others crew members. But let's shift to this time. Find out this very special episode. You know, I'm very willing to guest around this game if you guys are willing to let me enter. I'll even do it for free. Mainly just to promote my channel and stuff. Oh. Yeah, I've been playing all of these.
Well Welcome to Salty Trivia with Candy Barr! After this game, Daisy Chain, our sound guy, is hosting a massive karaoke party, and Miles and I are going. So let's get this episode finished so I can sing other
Yeah, I
people's
think I could do
songs
like a
with
fun
some
Heaven
parts
and
of
Hell
me.
themed episode. That'll be like a fun idea.
One lonely player? I sure hope you're just trying out the game before inviting others to play with you. Have a lifesaver. No, don't put that in your mouth. If you're unsure of the answer, press the shoulder button. Yeah, I'm sure you know by now.
Yeah, I've been literally playing this all stream.
First on the chopping block, the blues Dabba Dee Dabba Die. Speaking of karaoke,
Dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die.
Johnny Be Good, or Soul Bossa Nova, aka the Austin Powers theme. Enough thinking. This song is not my groove, baby.
I don't recall that answer,
Sing,
but
Sing,
its
Sing doesn't use a 12-bar blues
phase
progression.
looked
The others
familiar.
use it for a significant portion of the song. The 12-bar blues progression is just like the 4 chords
Hey,
of
sir.
pop,
Oh,
except if you
hey,
like
butler.
it, you're still considered
Ah,
cultured.
I see you're right
Miles sings
here.
nothing but jazz classics at karaoke. Jeez, hoity-toity much?
Hey, if I want to sing Fly Me to the Moon and LOV at karaoke today, it's my prerogative, okay?
But you sing Fly Me to the Moon every single time! Live a little, Miles! Coming up next, Lincoln's links on LinkedIn. Here's where I flex my tongue twister skills. If Lincoln logged in on a login link to Lincoln Logging, a logging supply chain link for making Lincoln logs, then follow the link to Lincoln Logging's logging logs, what kept Lincoln logged in while following the link to the Lincoln Logs logging logs by Lincoln Logging? IP address, session cookies, SQL data entries, or tracking pixels? Let's see you got it. Lincoln's login credentials, or more commonly a token generated when logging in, are logged onto session cookies.
Yeah. I'm gonna try
I
and
know.
submit as.
I just sang In the End by Linkin Park during karaoke today.
I am not going to do the rap part again, you're on your own.
I will. It's one thing.
This
I
next
don't
one's
know
called
why.
Guy
It
with
doesn't
an
even
Afro.
matter how hard you try.
I'm gonna give you a silly phrase whose syllables Sorry, am I rambling? With what chant does this rhyme? Frothy coffee body, coy boy toy. Wow, is that horny or what? It's a national chant. Freedom! It represents the land down under. Crikey!
Aye, you mean bloody horsey.
There are only 2 words in there, repeated thrice each. Apparently there are no Australians playing this game today.
No,
Here's
you're no
the
bloody
answer.
horsey wanker. Horsey, horsey, horsey. Oi, oi, oi.
You may laugh at that, but what's a
Wanker,
single
wanker,
international
wanker.
word game in you?
Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy!
Oi, oi, oi! I can't help it, it's a reflex now.
Ozzy,
What's
Ozzy,
that
Ozzy!
smell?
Oi, oi, oi! Stop that! Once was
Eh,
enough!
mother's probably cooking something. Probably a
Riddle me
probably a
this.
male
Laugh
hooker.
in the Reaper's face.
Who's that here using a secret chant all willy-nilly?
Oh, Reapers!
Oh God, it's you.
Rage Against the Times with Aussie.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our resident Australian squatter, Aussie. He's like 1,000,000 years old and really angry over pretty much everything all the time.
Who are you calling 1,000,000 years old?
Who are you calling 1,000,000 years old?
I'm forever because I'm old-fashioned.
Well,
Nigga,
you
move
are.
fashion.
Why are you here
Aye.
anyway?
I was
Leon's
told to
right
wait
there
till
being
these
like,
things up
what the
with
boy
that.
hell you
Then the
wanker?
question would be ready. I didn't expect it to be that.
I wasn't told that. Who told you that?
I don't know her name. Some girl in a jacket and a shit-eating grin.
Daisy, why are you like this?
Come on, Candy. You should be used to my sense of humor by now.
What? You call that nonsense comedy? Kid, you don't know what you're missing out on. Comedy when I was young was actually funny.
Which one? The guy with the Muslim terrorist ventriloquist puppet or the badly drawn shadow puppets?
Ha! You think it's so funny, don't you, Candy? Eh? Here, let me tell you about a real comedy genius. This guy was a legend of British comedy in the 80s. He formed a comedy troupe with his friends known as 20th Century Coyote, along with their own comedy club called The Comic Strip. He performed shows that revolutionized comedy with violent slapstick and crude and vulgar material. Some of his most iconic characters were a sex-crazed lord, a sadistic politician, and a complete no-hope virgin. And then he passed away in 2014, where he was remembered as a pioneer of alternative comedy.
That sounds more like a predator than a comedian.
You youngins these days would say that. This guy was a legend. Now,
Is
who
this
the
guy
heck
like
am I
the old
talking
man
about?
from
Eric Idle, Roger Lloyd Pack, Ronnie Corbett.
Well, it's
or Rick
definitely not
Knight.
Eric Idle. I know for sure it's not Eric Idle.
Alright, shush, this is important.
Well, you asked for it.
Oh, God.
And he still found time to fuck all of them.
Wait,
Here's
what?
You should have picked. Was it Rick Mayo, Ozzy?
Of course it was. Rick Mail, founder of 20th Century.
Never heard of him.
Coyote
If any
and Comic
British
Strip,
people
famous
find
for
this,
shows such as
let me know who he
and
is.
Bottom, and many of his characters like Alan Bastard and Lord Flashheart.
You actually think violence is funny?
You have no idea. You have no idea.
Yeah,
what
have you ever
This
seen
guy was a
Super
genius.
Jail?
Really? Well,
Oh, life on the
Easy.
outside
Yes,
ain't
Kenny.
what it used
What
to
does this fucking
be.
trapdoor do again?
It ain't got
No.
money and ain't
Give me the
safe
bush.
on the streets, yeah. Who's the fashion I
Oh,
know?
no, you were meant
There's
to be
only
the
one
male
place to
screaming
go. I'm coming home.
Bad.
Oh yeah, I'm coming home.
Not my problem.
Nice one, Daisy. You ruined the joke.
What?
Betty,
I thought it was funnier. The suggestion you were falling down a trapdoor. Hilarious.
You would think that, wouldn't you? Say hello to gold medals on a gold chain. In the song Get Low by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, the famous chorus chants, "Till all skeet skate motherfuckers." Huh, I thought it was down skeet skeet. Judging by the word skeet, which Olympic sport could this song be about? Motherfucking basketball? Motherfucking shooting? Motherfucking kayaking? Or motherfucking wreck? Let's find out. You can't possibly think of a worse answer. Or can you? You're really making me work for my salary, aren't you? A skeet is the clay target used in skeet shooting, which has been an Olympic sport since 1968.
In the hood, in the hood, in the
shooting?
hood at.
Oh,
is that east side or
that's
west
what
side?
It actually means. So basically, his gun is his.
Sorry about that. This question is upsetting the censors, and we have to cut the audio.
Next on the chopping block, lollipop music. Which one of these would be the best jingle for a lollipop because it contains the lick? Sound 1, sound 2, sound 3, or sound 4? Once again, it's sound 1, sound 2, sound 3, or sound 4.
Is that the Among Us theme?
Let's see if you passed. That's kind of sus, not gonna lie. Here's what you don't know.
It was the Among Us theme.
Jazz cliche known as the lick. Although
Yeah, I was about to
any
pick
stock
that
music
one, but
has been
I just had to pick that one because
called
the Among Us
lick,
theme.
gaining notoriety as an
I am
insect,
sorry.
owing to how commonly it seems to appear. I mean, from Dave Brubeck to Chick Corea to Pink Floyd to Santana to even Lady Gaga, there's something magical about the lick. Oh, Paparazzi by Lady Gaga. That's another good one I love to sing. That's all for round 1. Wait, there's another round left? Oh, you'd lose your pants when you hear there's a third bonus round. But we'll come to that later. Stay on the channel. Welcome back to Salty Trivia. We have a great crew back here, just excellent at making my humor really pop. Thanks, Daisy, perfectly timed. This round makes all the stakes higher, twice as high to be exact. Let's dip our toes into this one. Don't forget, you still have life saving. Alright, less work for me. On your left-hand side, you can see... Of course I take that personals! I'm gonna read a fictional personals ad from Craigslist. Tell me who could have written it. Seeking new boyfriend. Must not be a Jonas brother, a Scottish DJ, or someone with the same first name as me. I've had enough of them. Whose personals ad could this be? Dakota Fanning, Hilary Duff, Taylor Swift, or Selena Gomez? Enough thinking. Your scores are going South Dakota. I thought it was pretty simple, but Taylor Swift has at certain points dated Joe Jonas, Calvin Harris, and Taylor Lautner.
Wait, she
And if
dated
any
Taylor
of her
Lautner?
exes try to capitalize on the fact that he used to date her, she sues them for being an unlicensed retailer.
Damn.
Oh, come on, Daisy.
I don't follow
was
pop
proud
culture
of
very
that
much.
joke. I'm gonna sing "We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together" anyway. You can't break me. Coming
Poor
up
bastard.
next, to
If you don't know, if you don't remember, Taylor Lautner was the guy that played
to be or
Jacob
not to
from
be,
Twilight.
That is the question.
And that's
My
what my sister
question
found out
is
about it.
this.
That's all pretty much.
According to
How she
Boolean
became, like,
logic,
the,
what is the answer to be or not to be? True, false, to be or not to be? Alright, shush, this is important. Get thee to a dummery. None of you got it. Whether some Boolean value x is true or false, x or not x is a tautology, meaning it's always true. I mean, if x is false, the
Yeah, what are the
inference will be true,
what are the
making
equivalent to the
whole thing resulted true.
screws?
Be grateful I didn't ask you to NAND transform the quote.
I can't program.
Birds?
Attention, will the owner of the pink compact car with the license plate starting with 54L7
Oh wait, that's me.
please immediately move your car, which is illegally double parked. Otherwise, we will tow it away at your expense. Thank you.
Oh god damn it, really? During a recording? Well, I guess I have to go get that.
Hey, wait, didn't you?
I'll be right back.
On today? Daisy, did you do that?
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I am absolutely not buying that.
Anyway, you need someone to host this question, right? I can hop right in.
I have no choice, do I?
Oh, yes. This question is called Birds versus Bees.
I want to do it to have
And
lots of
sorta
wives.
kinda. I'm gonna list 7 names, and to mess things up a bit, for each of them you're gonna have to answer if it's not a type of bird, not a type of bee,
Or both. If it's
not a bird, press left. If it's not a bee, press right.
This is
And if
already
it's neither,
confusing.
Press up. And don't even think of using a lifesaver on this question, okay? Let's begin. Valley Carpenter. Willet. Amaretto. Mason. Sugar Bag. Caracara. Alright, last one, Hillock. Are you feeling alright? I see you can barely keep up.
Daisy, you lukewarm mug of decaf, I know it was you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Don't you give me that sass, girl. First of all, I didn't find my car down there because...
Came on foot today.
Exactly. Second of all, you have control of the speakers in this... Wait, you knew I came on foot, yet you went ahead with a fake announcement?
Yeah-huh.
I'm just hurt at how gullible you think I am.
Hey, it worked anyway, didn't it?
Shut up, Daisy. Go backstage and stay backstage.
Sure, hello, Miss Gullible.
On your left-hand side, you can see Dastardly Deeds discounted dramatically. If you made a
Alliteration.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure where the main character is a female rocker who covered Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap by AC/DC, what would the title be? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is gonna be good. In this case, it's not a German ya, but more of a Spanish ha. I don't think Joe Jonas would be interested. You used your lifesaver on this question. Now's your chance to answer. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, known for their rendition of I Love Rock and Roll, also made a well-known cover of Dirty Deeds. But try listening to originals too. Maybe I'll publish some footage of myself singing her version of Dirty Deeds, though. Here's your next category. Everybody scream! The same exact scream. And now's your chance. It's a 1,000-question question. We call it the... Without further ado, let's begin. Ready? Start the clock. Which of the... Jesus, that spooked me. Okay. Which of the following... Oh, come on, let me read the question. Okay, starting over. Which of the following screen... Really? Daisy, stop messing around back there with your soundboard. Oh, for Pete's sake, cut it out, will you? Okay, let's try again. Which of the following screams is not a famous stock... Oh, for the love of everything holy... Stock sound effect? Howie, Goofy, Jerry, or Wilhelm? Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Really? Nobody picked this? The Howie scream, the Goofy holler, and the Wilhelm scream are all sound effects that appear in a ton of stuff. And the Jerry scream is what I make when I stub my toe while watching Seinfeld. Thanks, Daisy. Please welcome Sing Thing.
Hey, Candy!
Is this another false announcement to say that my non-existent black cat is terminally ill and I should go to the hospital 20 minutes away?
No! I just put together a song list for the after-show karaoke session.
Oh, cool. Let me see it. Let's see. Oh, I think you made a mistake here, Daisy.
I did?
Yeah, there's a song here that none of us requested. Throughout this episode, which of the following songs did none of us say we're going to sing at karaoke? Fly Me to the Moon, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, Get Low, or In the End. This is gonna be good. What can I say? Taylor Swift is my guilty pleasure that my bandmates don't ever let me live up.
Oh, come.
Disappointingly, I said I'll be singing Never Ever in question 7. Daisy said she wanted to sing In the End in question 2, and Miles said he'll do Fly Me to the Moon in question 1. Get Low was the premise to question 5, but I didn't say I'll be singing it.
Actually, that one's for me. I should do that song.
No, please don't. Please let Crunk stay dead.
Crunk ain't dead!
Alright, maybe this is the...
You've made it to the Sugar Rush. For each of the 6 sections, select only the options that match that description. 1 point gain for each right answer or omission, but 1 point lost for each wrong answer or omission. Only choose matches that fit this topic. Dead presidents. Tell me how these presidents died to get dead presidents in your wallet.
Alright, so dead presidents. This is gonna be easy! Hey! I died in 30 days! Yeah, look it up. I learned that from The Simpsons, believe it or not. Yeah, the guy died. He was only in office for 30 days, and then he died of something. I think, yeah, can't be Clinton. Clinton's still alive. Wait. I got better.
That's it! I hope you've learned how capable of an audio engineer Daisy is. But considering what she uses her capabilities for, sometimes I wish she were less capable. Daisy, I know you're snickering back there.
Yeah, I might just donate to the Ko-fi and like. Oh yeah, I should probably bring up that I'm not actually sponsored. The gamers. Candy's really into watching esports streams now, and she's leaning to obsession of this episode. Dedicated gamers of all sorts, PC, console, or Jackbox. Where would you be without you? Gotta use the bathroom for a quick second. I'm back. So, uh, yeah, I just remember like I was like looking up about Taylor Lautner, and I found out that I remembered he was in better be back in a few. I'm back for realsies. I don't know what just happened, but it did.
What's up, gamers? Get ready to dominate at Salty Trivia with Candy
Oh,
Bar.
someone's watching. Hello there, random
Sponsored
streamer.
corn chips and energy drinks. I'm not sharing them. Get your own snacks, scrub. One lonely player? I sure hope you're just trying out the game before inviting others to play with you. Is it getting tropical in here, or is it just these lifesavers? If you're unsure of the answer, press the shoulder button to eliminate... Let's start then, pro player.
Yeah, let's get ready to 3 no-scope some bitches.
World 1 is gonna be, to start, press Amen. Suppose you wanted to enter the Konami code, but instead of a D-pad, using the Christian gesture called the sign of the cross. You know, in the name of the Father, blah blah blah. Assuming that Amen corresponds to the BA start at the end, what would you be gesturing? Father, Father, Son, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. Son,
Okay,
Son, Father, Holy Spirit, Amen. Or Son, Father, Holy Spirit, Amen. Here's the T. From the signer's perspective, you put your hand on
Yes!
your forehead in the name of the Father.
Fun
hand on your
fact,
chest for the
so
Son,
one time back in
and
high
from left to
school, I
right
actually
for
had
the
a
Holy
question
Spirit,
about
and finally, palms together for Amen. So the
about the
up,
Konami
down,
code,
down,
and I
left,
actually
right,
got it
left,
right.
BA start would
Like,
correspond to Father,
So
Father, Son,
that,
Son,
basically,
Holy
my
Spirit,
school was like
Holy
having like a
Spirit,
charity
Amen.
thing, and when they were doing it,
Pray and you
I
shall
openly
receive
walked up and
salvation
shouted
from our
and said the
Jesus.
Konami code. Up, up, down, down, left,
Let's
right,
move on
BA
to
start.
Just a small town girl dancing in a lonely world. You're about to take the midnight train to a sorta kinda. I'm gonna give you 7 song titles, which you gotta split into. A song covered for the dance simulator video game series Just Dance. A song covered by the cast of the TV show Glee, or both.
Damn
If
it!
it's Just Dance, press left. And if it's covered by TV's Glee,
If you don't know what
right.
Glee was,
And
Glee
as
was like a
usual,
show
press
that was
up
like
if it's
super
both.
popular in the early
Remember that
2010s.
there's no life saving on
And
the
I
sorta
mean
kinda.
very early
Here we go.
2010s.
Physical by Olivia Newton-John. Footloose by Kenny Loggins. I'm Still Standing by Elton John. Blame It on the Boogie by Michael Jackson. Toxic by Britney Spears. You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. Baby by Justin Bieber featuring Ludacris.
They did that?
Even Kids Bop does better at covering pop songs than you did at this question.
I don't play Just Dance, nor did I watch Glee very
I just
much.
realized that these are all songs from my karaoke.
It was a very
playlist.
popular show,
Amazing
gotta
how
remember
big
that.
The intersection is between
Like,
songs famous enough for
I think
Just
it's my
Dance to
old
cover,
iPod
songs famous enough for Glee to
Touch
cover,
from
and songs famous
2011
enough for
still
me
had
to sing
songs
at
from that
karaoke.
show.
Can you handle this? We could get sued for this. Wait, what? Hang on, what the hell does that mean, we could get sued for this? Who wrote this crap? Miles?
I don't know. Whoever it is, I sure didn't give clearance.
I had to check in with you?
Daisy, what the f***?
Language, Candy.
Sorry, Miles. Daisy, what the frick?
Oh, come on, you two. It's just a question about some annoying guy. He calls himself Video Game Player of the Century.
Can you tell me that
Oh.
this video game player doesn't know about the word gamer?
I know, right? Anyway, so this Billy... Oh, I said his name!
Language, Daisy.
Sorry, Mousy.
Get on with the question, Daisy.
Okay, fine. He's notorious for suing anyone who paints him in a bad light.
Major red flag, huh?
Yeah, but recently his world record was wiped from the Twin Galaxies leaderboard because he cheated. Allegedly.
Nice save with the allegedly there.
Alright, I think that's enough clues for you to figure it out. Which Billy is Daisy talking about?
Hey! You stole the crux of the question from me!
That's
It was
easy!
Billy Ray. Let's see if you passed. Yep.
Oh,
That's
Billy
Mitchell,
O'Brien.
previously known as
Ah,
Billy
Billy
Trump.
O'Brien.
He had his world record disqualified.
Or as I like to call him, Billy Bitchel.
Daisy, what the f?
Garrett
Language
Bobbitt
laws.
Frankenson. Yeah, fun fact, he actually does do this. Like, he sued Cartoon Network because of that Gary Bobbitt Frankenson.
Okay, let's
The
get back
giant
to the game
bearded
where
face
hopefully
from regular
someone
show
won't
was like meant to be a
threaten to put us
parody
in
of him.
legal jeopardy.
We're already walking a thin line here. But with our abundance of parodies and all.
Fine.
He also makes hot
Do I
sauce.
still get to sing stuff?
Yeah, maybe if he could do it, I'm gonna do it. That's right, we're gonna cheat
Son, Holy Spirit, amen.
on a Famicom game.
The next wave is
Maybe that's
called
why the sauce
Thanks,
didn't work.
Wrong Purple Lizard.
So long, gay Bowser!
Create children's characters have some sort of hidden standard for how they have to look. I mean, look at the resemblance between Barney the dinosaur and Spyro the Dragon. Oh, no, don't get me started on this.
What's the matter, Candy?
It's a Spyro the Dragon question.
What's wrong with that? Spyro is a classic.
Are you kidding me?
This is gonna be
One of
hard.
the worst 3D games I've ever had the displeasure of growing up with.
You serious? The game is a PlayStation landmark and often praised as one of the best ever made on the platform. Do you even play the same thing?
Oh no, is the Japanese version different from the American version?
Actually, yeah, that explains
Yeah, it is. It's a lot harder.
It is notoriously bad. Which of these grievances of Candy's about Spyro the Dragon was not caused by a bad decision by the Japanese localization team?
The soundtrack is grating to listen to. Spyro moves incredibly slow and it takes forever to get anywhere. I can't see where I'm going with that slow.
Now for the validation. The Japanese version of Spyro the Dragon drastically lowered the movement speed, overhauled the in-game camera, and added support for an external peripheral. But the soundtrack did not change in any version.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fun fact: the soundtrack was like a member
Now,
of
come
the
on, Candy, we have a quiz
police,
show to host. Let's take
and
questions
the
right
ice
now.
level
I
was
refuse.
you.
One single question about that terrible game and you've opened up Pandora's Xbox.
Alright, fine. I'll do it
Another bonus
myself.
fact is that the author, is that the composer for that game was
Question's
also a
title
big.
is as you know. Thanks, Wrong Purple Lizard. Alright, let's skip the opening joke since Candy already butchered it.
Hey,
Imagine there was a mix-up between the Spyro and Barney worlds, and a bunch of children were frozen in ice. If Barney went on an adventure exactly the same as Spyro's, how many unique children would Barney need to save? 54 kids? 64 kids? 74? Now for the validation. There are 80 Dragon Rescue missions in Spyro the Dragon, 6 of which are repeats. So Barney would probably have to save 74 kids.
So as I said, there was a the
And
ISO
that's exactly what every kid
music for
needs
this
when
game for
the first is
Spyro was
A big
actually
purple dinosaur ran
the
and
end
danced
theme
in
for
the
the Amanda Show. And if you never don't know what that
Okay,
is,
question's over, Candy. Come back.
good. And by
what
the way,
the
don't
fuck is
give me
wrong
this
with
kind
you?
of
You do
question
not have
ever
a
again.
childhood, kid.
Next in line, riding the sugar high. Everybody knows that the stereotypical pro-elite gamer snack consists of Doritos and Mountain Dew, hashtag not spawn, but we don't have either of them here in this dump of a studio. Only an unholy amount of Laffy Taffy. Like, an amount I can only describe as a lethal dose. Like this one here that says, what cheese is made backwards? Edam. See tier puns as always. Speaking of
Ha!
cheese, which of these is not a way to cheese a video game? Manchecoing in Destiny 2, Enduiling in Kagemusha, Baradaing in iRobot, or Havardying in Yoshi's Island? Allow me to explain. Yes, iRobot is a movie. It's also an unrelated game released in 1984. Plus, burrata is a type of cheese. Open sesame. First, andouille is a type of sausage, not cheese. Second, Kagemusha is an Akira Kurosawa movie, not a video game. I had a bandmate who only ate things while playing guitar.
Yeah, that
He was
question
a
does not make any
picky
sense to me.
eater.
And
Yeah, I deserve that.
I mean, I kind of knew about the iRobot the game.
That's it for round one.
Yeah,
If
the
you're
big
playing
problem with
games,
all my
feel free to
answers are
take
they're
this
all
time to
game
rebalance your
themed, which
teams for round two. If you're playing Battle Royale, please kick half the contestants out of the game. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Salty Trivia. I hope you took some time to rehydrate yourselves before another ruthless, cutthroat, competitive round of this game. Round 2 comes with a plus 100% buff for game show winnings. But that also means you could also take 100% more damage, so watch out. Are you gonna use those lifesavers or... Oh, and
Well, I
by
might not
the
even
way,
need them within my
excuse me,
I watched a lot of old game documentaries. In fact, gaming's like my main entertainment,
Next on the chopping block,
as you guys
big
probably know.
brainstorming. Sometimes when we're doing research for these questions, we come up with a lot
I mean,
of
maybe a
potential
Japan-themed
links and
episode, because I
references
do
that
have
stem
a.
from one original
I did
source.
write a World
As
Ends
you
a
can
Few
imagine,
themed
this
question.
makes brainstorming questions difficult because we have a bajillion different ideas being bounced around at once. Over 90% of which we have to reject because 1, they're related to phobias or cookie run for some reason, and 2, we can only use 1 or 2 per question. But this gave us an idea for a new question type.
Big brainstorming.
I'm gonna show you some of the brainstorming threads that led out from the same original source. Tell me what goes in a blank. Blank, Fake World Records, Donkey Kong. Blank, Rhythm Game, Metallica. Blank, CEO, Coca-Cola. Which video game company is the missing link? Coleco, Activision, Atari, or Nintendo? Can you handle the truth? Todd Rogers claimed to have the world record for dragster for the Atari 2600, but it has since been proven to be literally impossible, much like Billy Mitchell's disqualified world record for Donkey Kong. Dragster was one of the first video games to be developed by Activision, which is also known for the Guitar Hero series, including Guitar Hero Metallica. Bobby Kotick, Activision's CEO, also served
Now
on the board of the
former!
Coca-Cola Company. Other
Yeah, no
pioneers
joke.
could have been Activision, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Superman, Activision, Blizzard, Overwatch 2,
No joke.
Activision, Skylanders, Amiibo,
Body Kotick announced he's
Activision,
going to be
King,
stepping
Candy
down from the
Crush
company,
Saga,
and
Activision, like a different thing every month, Scandals. This next one's called
fun fact:
Cheap
this
in
stream
Cartoon
is
Land.
longer than this
Did
year's
you
Call of
ever
Duty
hear about this
campaign.
horror series doing the rounds on YouTube a while back? There's something about Amy. From what I saw, it's about this girl who gets tricked by someone she thought was her friend into killing the guy she loved. That's some seriously messed up junk. Could you imagine something like that happening in real life?
Yeah, I can.
Why are you looking at me like that, Malzy?
Anyway, what I didn't get is why it had nothing to do with There's Something About Mary. I only watched it expecting a cartoon parody of that rom-com, that one about 4 different clumsy guys vying for the attention of this one girl, but no, apparently this one girl friggin' kills people. And that got me thinking, suppose Cameron Diaz in There's Something About Mary decided to kill all the men who were vying for her love. Which of these ironic murders most closely resembles how Amy killed her love interest in There's Something About Amy? Matt Dillon getting his penis shoved in a blender, Ben Stiller being concussed by a big soccer ball, Lee Evans getting run over by a big pizza truck, or Chris Elliott being... Let's see if you passed. Oh, come on! The zipper scene was painful enough for him to be in and for me to watch. 2 words. Well, 1 compound word actually. Roadkill. Are we gonna cut the red wire or the blue wire, over? In There's Something About Amy, a guy is bludgeoned to death by said Amy with a giant hammer. And since Chris Elliott plays a judge in There's Something About Mary, that
Never
would be
heard
the
of this
most
There's Something
fitting
About
and
Amy. Is it a real
ironic
series?
judgment for him. And all that was needed to make it complete was a restraining order. That would have saved the guy's life, but instead, he went down on a horrible path of becoming a terrible Flash animation.
I'm probably going to watch it after this.
Let's move on to Party Till We Die, Then Respawn.
Wait, hold on a second. Candy, do you even know what There's Something About Amy comes from?
Not really. I saw it had Sonic the Hedgehog in it, but I didn't recognize anyone else.
Seriously? You don't even know who Amy was? Or Tails for that matter?
Should I?
Oh my god, do you even know anything about the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise?
Well, he's a hedgehog, he's blue, he runs real fast, and
He also-
everyone's been dunking on every game in that series since Sonic 06. I've never played any of those myself. I'm more of a Mario girl anyway.
This
Based.
is embarrassing. Here, let me ask a question that's all about Sonic.
How about heck no?
Candy, you know there's no reasoning with Daisy, right?
Yeah, okay, fine, but you just get one, and make it quick.
Okay, I'm gonna show you a few association chains. Some daisy chains, if you will. Ooh, that sounds like a
We
good...
already called it big brainstorming, Daisy.
Right. Sorry. In that case, what I want to ask is... What would Tails the Fox, Infinite the Jackal, and Whisper the Wolf have in common if they were biologically accurate? They could all be found in the Americas, they would all change partners every year, they would all be within the Canis family, or the...
To set the record straight,
Foxes, jackals, and
Yeah,
wolves were
this
all two
cursed
predators of
animation
the
about But
Wait, so
foxes
all
eat
these hedgehogs and
hedgehogs.
other animals are
About the
anthropomorphic like
Sonic
Sonic is, right?
franchise,
Mm-hmm.
So, on the back of a question about a girl pummeling a guy with an oversized hammer, you now ask a question about
Hedgehogs,
which characters are most likely to commit cannibalism?
get cancer
Yeah,
and
pretty
rabies.
much.
Hedgehogs eat their own
Who's eating a
babies.
penguin right now?
Hedgehogs
What took you
defecate
so
when
long?
they run fast. Best friend is Tails the
On your
fox.
left-hand side, you
But
can see
foxes eat
disruptive
hedgehogs.
problem solving.
Scientifically accurate Sonic.
I'm gonna give you a silly phrase whose syllables rhyme with another more popular phrase. Buzz in and type the answer as soon as you know what it is. Though as a disclaimer, even though the answer rhymes in my accent, the answer might not perfectly rhyme or rhyme at all in yours. Don't at me. If you're stumped, I'll drip feed you up to 3 clues every quarter of the way. But every half a second, the value of the question will... Oh, am I getting in the way? Excuse me. With what video game machine does this rhyme? Bomb the floor sticks before.
Oh!
I see you. Hey, did your finger slip onto the buzzer?
Oh, come
You're
on!
into PC games, I see. Well, you're about to learn a thing or two about the Bomb the Floor 64.
Ah!
The Commodore 64, one of the most successful and famous home computers in the world. By which I mean the United States. Apparently the C64 bombed in the UK and Japan. Oops.
Damn it!
Please welcome, with mine own 2 eyes. If Steve from Minecraft became a Stevedore, what would his new job entail? Washing freshly mined coal, cleaning up pig droppings, loading iron ore into boats, or guarding your home from pillagers? Allow me to explain. Oh, forget the pillagers. You need to guard your home from skeletons, spiders, and... Oh, no, Steve, you had one job! Let's call it a learning moment. A stevedore is in charge of loading and unloading cargo into ships. So you can rest easy knowing your iron ore will be transported safely across biomes. Just hand stevedore stevedore. Prepare your mind for... You're a squid now. You're a blockbuster movie now. Splatoon, the third-person shooter trilogy from Nintendo, starring humanoid squids that can shapeshift into liquid form.
Oh yeah, there's a
Deceivingly
Splatfest
huge amount of
happening.
lore. Which blockbuster film's ending plot twist most resembles the reason why we play as humanoid squids in Splatoon? Planet of the Apes, Soylent Green, Close Encounters of
That's
the Third Kind,
easy!
or this is gonna be good. The plot twist in the Planet of the Apes is that the planet is actually planet Earth, long after humans have gone extinct. Splatoon is the same, except instead of hyper-intelligent apes taking over, it's hyper-intelligent, shape-shifting cephalopods.
Actually, mankind have been like implied to have been extinct for a
Really
long
puts
time.
the ink in environmental
time.
think piece. Welcome to Like It or Leave It. For each of the 5 sections, like the options. Let's talk more walk. I like that. The topic is Holy Trinity, and the options are Mario, Sonic, and Doom Guy. It's
Why not
time
Pac-Man?
to relate. In a live-action plus CGI movie. Everyone knows and hates the 1993 Mario movie, but did you know about the
I mean, I
2005
know there was a
movie?
Doom movie, but
Yeah,
I don't
didn't
think Doom
so.
Guy himself appeared
In
in
an
it.
animated movie.
Yeah, Street Fighter 2, the movie. Yeah, it's an old anime from the 80s. From the 90s.
Street Fighter 2 had a movie in 1994. There was also a Japanese
There was also a shower
animated
scene with
Mario
Chun-Li.
movie in 1986.
You heard
The
nothing
very
from
first
me.
movie
You
in the
heard
world
nothing.
Based on a video game. In an official game on Sega Saturn.
Oh wait, Beats? No, Beats not a Jet Set Radio character.
Beat is from Jet Set Radio, which started on the Dreamcast but never made it to Saturn. Plays in the Tokyo Olympics on smartphones. iPhone apps to the Mario and Sonic at the
Yeah,
Olympic
it's just called
Games
Sonic at the
series,
Olympic Games.
they only feature the Sonic side of things. Mario's too busy on Mario Run, Mario Kart Tour, and that Dr. Mario thing that nobody cares about. Is or fight someone who uses a real-ass gun. Sonic fights Shadow the Hedgehog, who famously uses a real-ass gun. Mario and Sonic both fight Bayonetta, who uses a real-ass gun in Smash Bros. 4 and Ultimate. And Doom is all about gunning down demons from hell.
Oh yeah, if anyone's
Mario
wondering,
Portal
Doom
only
guy,
attacks
he's
Hell,
just
who
like
has
a
portal gun,
fictional
but not a
creature,
real-ass gun.
a person. I mean, he does
So
exist, but
five, let's see
don't
how
worry,
it
I
affected your final score.
I could probably kill him pretty easily. Really have my gaming headset on me, and hey, I did great. Probably my best score so far.
GG, everyone. I mean, I say GG even if my team lost horribly, just absolutely destroyed, just completely demolished by the other team, and I went down like 7 ranks in one game. Totally not venting. Nope.
All right. Bittersweet love. Aw, it seems like Candy's in love, but who is it? We're gonna be asking in this very special episode. Oh, I'm just realizing they're all called a very special episode. Hell, I've no faith like a woman scorned. Maybe I'm waiting till the questions are downloaded. Yeah, I watched a lot of video game videos, and I've been aware of the Commodore 64 for a while.
Hi, I'm Candy Barr, and have I told you about my dear boyfriend Kyle? Oh, you gotta meet him sometime soon, but probably after we finish this episode of Salty Trivia with Candy Barr. Okay, just you and me. I hope you have scented candles. No? A bouquet? A bottle of wine? A box of chocolates?
Some weed.
Romance is dead. Is it getting tropical in here, or is it just these lifesavers? Yeah, I'm sure you know by now. Let's put this into motion with Unrented Time. I've been watching musicals as inspiration for some more operatic pieces for my band. Kyle doesn't seem to like distorted guitar though, so I have to practice without plugging my guitar to an amp.
Bots
Anyway,
list, there's no
speaking
one
of
named
musicals,
Kyle.
in the lyrics of the song Seasons of Love from Rent, you know the one that goes 525,600 minutes? Love is the recommended way to measure a year, but which is not one of the other ways to measure a year. In strife, in inches, in cups of coffee, or in truths. Can you handle the truth? Oh, I need more coffee to deal with this schmucksnee. Why didn't you think of this? The song suggests you can measure a year in strife, cups of coffee, and inches, but truth that she learned is how to measure a life. Well, there's another good excuse to play a trivia game. You're adding more value to
I have
your
never even
sad,
seen
boring
Rent.
life by
I don't even know.
learning more
All I know is
truths.
I think there's like a character with HIV.
Prepare your mind for Too Brit to Quit. I was listening to the Beatles and Queen for more inspiration recently. I like it a lot more than Kyle's repetitive trap playlist that passes as music these days. Anyway, if you were introducing the members of the Beatles to the members of Queen, which of the following could you say? John meet John, Ringo meet Ringo, George meet George, or Paul meet Paul. Can you handle the truth? This answer is appalling.
Ha!
Disappointingly, the Beatles had John Lennon, while Queen had John Deacon, who was the bassist. How British would that matchup be? I would be listening to that for 1 minute and find myself with a crumpet on one hand, cup of black tea in the other, pinky outstretched, half-heartedly hand-waving colonialist history in the name of the crown.
Next on the chopping block.
The sports central heating is set too high. Kyle watches sports a lot in my apartment. I don't really follow anything other than esports, but I occasionally bring him snacks and sit next to him on my phone sometimes.
Hey, Candy? You've been badmouthing your boyfriend on every question so far. Are you sure everything's going alright with you two?
We manage. 2 Olympic athletes are talking to each other about doing a snatch and a clean and jerk. Now ignore the immature cretin's laughter and tell me, what kind of athletes are they? Pole vaulters, weightlifters, wrestlers, or gymnasts?
This is the part where I correct you.
You know, they're really gonna need some. That's a belly and get into their position.
Are you sure you're old enough to have this job?
Candy literally burst out laughing at a handy Homo erectus on episode 1.
Hey, don't remind me.
Really? Nobody picked this?
Snatch and clean and jerk are the 2 specific lifts in Olympic weightlifting. I guess you can't help but think of terms like that in those singlet tights. That's what you're laughing about?
Let's move on to...
You've got gall to challenge your host.
I'm even gonna attempt this one.
I'm gonna give you a silly phrase whose syllables rhyme. Yeah, making sure you know just in case. With what cliche does this rhyme? No, Ms. Barr, said I. Let's argue.
Yeah, I should probably get all the
It's
card-carrying
first 2
villain,
lines
because
of the poem.
if you want to know what, as you guys all know, I am a turtleper.
A poem about flowers.
Yeah, I wonder
and
if
such.
this game has a page.
It's followed by sugar sweet and so are you. Oh, come on. You've never written a poem like this to your crush, your literature teacher, or the YouTuber Jax Films?
Oh! Roses are red, violets are blue.
Roses be
Sniper
red,
Wolf
violets
doxed
be
me.
violet. My hair be
Run,
on point 'cause I always style it.
fools. Poor Jackson. He did not deserve that.
Next on the chopping block.
Girl, you're looking financial. Okay, I just checked my banking app and apparently there's been a few transactions over the last
There's not a
few days
page on
you'll
there.
recognize. They're probably by Kyle. He has my bank account details. That's how much I love him. But something smells fishy here.
Oh no,
Unless Kyle quit his traditional keto diet in the last few days, which of these food purchases it's least likely to be for him? Steamed salmon with carrot sauté, dumplings and fried rice, chicken
Let's find out. What do you want, a cookie?
Let's call it a learning moment. Dumplings and fried rice are high in carbohydrates, which is bad for a high-fat, low-carb diet like keto. What was Kyle doing at a Chinese restaurant at like 9 p.m. anyway? What is he hiding from me? Should I choose my bank account passcode?
Hey, Candy, just wanted to thank you for the yummy dumplings I bought with your money.
When did you... Okay, I'm defos changing my bank account passcode, and you owe me $20.
Oh. Alright. Basically, the description is that they know the villain and they're proud of it.
This next one's called...
Family Planet. Any committed relationship isn't complete without a family planning disagreement. For
Gundam is
example,
kind of this,
Kyle
even
wants
though
a
he's
lot
not
of
really
kids, like
evil.
comically many.
And Kokichi.
I want
Go
nothing
Kichi.
to do with it, especially not after going on a deep dive into DeviantArt.
Candy, what were you doing on DeviantArt?
Research?
I'm not buying that. And what does DeviantArt have to do with children, anyway?
Other than that you should keep your children away from DeviantArt? You'll see eventually.
That's unsettling.
And
If I were
YouTube.
to live in the country where there are the fewest childbirths per woman, where should I suggest that Kyle and I start a family together? In South Korea? In Japan?
To set the record straight.
Japan is well below a fertility rate of 2.1, but it's been slowly improving, just as the late former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe would have wanted. Man, what a prick. In case you're wondering, according to a 2019 survey, South Korea is the only country in the world to have a fertility rate below 1. That's way below the 2.1 necessary to keep the population from shrinking. Childcare and education cost too much, and with retirement seeming more like a pipe dream than a norm, I say no way, Jose. I'd rather
Yeah,
get
that's what it's
some money
like
on
in
vintage
Japan.
guitars.
Oh, can we talk about what I found on DeviantArt the
I'm
other
actually surprised
nope,
Japan's
nope,
been
nope.
improving. Guess some people have been
That's it
having
for
a lot
round
more.
one. Here's what the scores look like for now. With enough money, you might not be single by the time you finish this game. It's funny because I'm objectifying sexual partners as something you can buy. See you later. Welcome back to Salty Trivia. I'm so glad that my boyfriend Kyle is watching this episode right now. Hey Kyle, see you after the show. Stay positive, trust and confidence, stifle your doubt, Candy. You know what's up with round 2? You guessed it, point values are double. Let's dive in. There's a
This is why I'm
pretty clueless person in
pro-polyamorous.
here, and that's me wondering why you're not
I
using
approve
the
of polyamorous
lifesavers.
relationship.
Use one if you want to rule out a couple options from a hard question, and it'll be gone in 6 questions if you don't use it. So you gotta press the shoulder button to use it before you lose it. Yeah, I'm sure you know by now. I love this one. Someone's halls are about to get decked. You know the Christmas song, The 12 Days of Christmas, right?
Buy gold rings.
I wasn't even singing it. By the end of the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, how many birds in total would my true love have sent to me? Yes, including a new partridge every day. 46 lousy birds? 92 annoying birds? 184
two turtle
unbeauty birds?
doves.
Or 368? Can you handle the truth? 46? You can't even organize a decent Christmas choir with that few.
I can't math!
Here's what you should have picked.
7 swans swimming, 6 geese laying, 5...
5 gold
Shit.
rings. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
So you'll be given 42 swans, 42 geese, skip over golden rings, 36 calling birds, 30 French hens, 22 turtle doves.
Yeah,
and
literally, it's
12
like almost
partridges,
Christmas.
which totals
Which means it isn't Christmas.
184 birds.
Done!
What the hell am I supposed to do with all these birds? I'm not made of birdseed.
Are you
7
ready for
dudes
this?
of
The cake's so
puking.
good, it'll melt your
I
face
got
off.
it. See, yeah, Michael
I
Bublé.
was looking at pictures of wedding cakes the other day while Kyle was busy watching NHL, which got me thinking. Suppose the Great British Bake Off introduced a penalty when applying icing to a cake. If it's similar to icing in ice hockey, which of the following would a baker be forbidden from doing? Applying icing to someone else's cake, squeezing icing from the other side of the kitchen, handling the icing without gloves on, or throwing the bag of icing in the air?
Let's see if you passed.
In ice hockey, it's against the rules to shoot at a goal from behind the center line. That penalty is called icing.
No wasting it!
Hockey is funny because it's the only sport for
Oh yeah, I
people
also
older
learned
than
that
3
somebody,
quarters that I
like
can
the
think
art
of that
director
has a
for
timeout corner.
art die.
Next in line.
The happiest... I thought I had my phone on mute. One sec.
Yeah, apparently the
Hey, honey, I'm a bit busy at the studio now.
the
so...
tech artist
Wait,
for for Luigi's Mansion 3
Who's Melinda?
was also the
So the time we
art
spent
director
together was nothing?
for Hotel
That was just a
Mario,
quick
which
call for you?
I remember hearing that. I was like
You're
laughing
fired.
so
I'm
loud.
dumping you right back. I knew you were
I want to
suspicious
know
the first
if
time
that
we met.
guy,
Go f yourself and tell Melinda
how that guy
knows
feels
flaccid ass of yours that you
upon
think
working
with.
on the most
And I'm
memed
changing all
Mario
my
game.
passwords so your broadcast can pay for your own Netflix. Slut chaser. Anyway, what's my ringtone? Blue Danube, Blue Rondo a la Turk, Rhapsody in Blue, or...
This is the fun part.
What you just heard was a segment of Rhapsody in Blue by George
Yeah!
Gershwin, the United States Marine Band. You would expect me to feel blue after a breakup, but you know what? I'm quite the opposite, like a burning red orange right now.
Please welcome.
Swiftly leave my life. I had a Valentine's Day themed sort of kind of for this slot, but here's what you're getting instead. I'm gonna give you 7 phrases, and for each of them, tell me if it's the title of a Taylor Swift song I'm gonna listen to later, or the title of a rom-com I'm gonna watch later. If it's Taylor Swift,
Yay!
tutorial faster
Every
than I
suburban
can
white
go
girl's
break up I
favorite
see.
musician
Fine,
for
let's
some
go.
god knows
Train
why.
wreck.
Nope.
The photograph. The story of us. Back to December. Forever and always. 10 things I hate about you. To all the boys I've loved before. I knew you were going to have trouble on this question.
I don't what. Hey, I don't like Taylor Swift very much. She's like
Telenovelas are more
the Hillary
understandable than
Duff
the
of my
ridiculous insensitive
of my
X.
sister's generation.
The title of the next question is gonna be, I'm cutting you off. You know what calmed me right down after a bitter breakup? Some sweet treats. Like this Laffy Taffy, the rapper, which says, why did the phones break up? They wanted to go wireless. Why did I
Ha!
have to read the rap again? Now I'm mad for a different reason. Anyway, why would I not be able to use a cell phone that's a lusophone? Because it can only make brass noises, because it only picks up
Here's the tea.
No, you're thinking of a seismometer, which measures the shaking of the ground caused by earthquakes. Or caused by me slamming Kyle's face on the ground again and again with full force after this show. No, but
Thanks for
I
reminding me
can't
how I'm
help
gonna
but
kill my
being
next
bitched on
angel.
TV by a living representation of a tar pit filled with a f***ing battery acid.
Andy, keep it together, please.
Now you have two options, which is bang on and which is bogus.
A lusophone is another word for a Portuguese speaker, like an Anglophone is an English speaker. And Kyle is another word for someone who doesn't speak any love languages. Man, screw that guy. I hope he gets an ingrown.
He's a whore.
I don't want to do this episode anymore.
Candy, I feel your pain. That feels like a really rough breakup.
Girl, you didn't even share
Yeah,
the
just
You
kind of
should've done
going
two
through me
sooner.
with
I know. It's
after
just,
my falling out
I
with
don't know
two
what's been
friends.
wrong with me for the last few weeks.
Only for the last few weeks.
Daisy, you're not helping. Hey, Candy, why don't we do a question about
Oh
something
god,
you
is she
like?
cheating on
What?
her
Let's
with the
see.
producer?
How about this question about telling someone to go to hell?
Oh, hell yeah.
Really, you two?
Candy told her ex to go
Are
to
there
hell.
any
She does
Kyles?
go to a place called hell. All but which of these places could he post about on Instagram? Michigan, United States, Grand Canyon.
That's easy!
Okay, now stop.
Hell, Michigan is the most famous hell in the United States, which means that hell quite often freezes over.
Here's the big reveal.
There's a place called Hell in Michigan, the Cayman Islands, and Norway, but Cameroon was just today's world to answer.
Damn it!
Well, that went well, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Remember, people love you, and there are a lot more fish in the sea.
But some of them are Ellen DeGeneres. The point is, screw fish.
Daisy, again, you're not helping.
Welcome to Like It or Leave It. For each of the 5 sections, like the options that match the description, but leave everything else. The first 3 items stay the same, but the 4th item changes every section. The topic is
Me time.
and the options are
A cup of ice cream, a month of Netflix Basic, and my worthless ex Kyle. Except I'm not over him yet, I might as well tell him to go f himself as extravagantly as I can.
I
I
haven't
spent
gone
$10
over
or
my...
less on it. A basic Netflix subscription costs $9.99
What's Netflix
a month,
Basic?
unlike a basic boyfriend on whom I wasted my hard-earned money. Can be purchased at a 7-Eleven. Eleven sells Netflix gift cards, but they can't sell your personality, Kyle. Is keto. You never made or bought me good food anyway, Kyle, you unavailable kitchen rag. I don't need you. Mainly enjoyed online. Nobody's gonna enjoy enjoy your company online or offline, Kyle, you bucket of compost, has let me down in the past 15 minutes.
We haven't counting anything on TV these days.
I can't believe I saw anything whatsoever in an adrenaline-poisoned, emotionally impaired fire hazard like you. Well, now that that's over with, let's convert your likes to scores.
Alright. Big tub of ice cream.
Thanks for coming to this episode. I hope you now know how much of a dirty cheater Kyle is. I hope his rapping career never takes off. Guys, the phone call was staged. Kyle isn't even a real person. We make up half the that happens on this show.
Yeah, thanks, Cut. Thanks, Salt. Thanks, Candy. Where's my money? All right. Someone who keeps sending Candy death threats on Instagram, but she's only worried about her lunch delivery. Will this special episode be Candy's last act? Play and confirm your very obvious guess. Alright, so now we have the final episode. And after that, the stream will be finished. Oh, something happened. All right, well, here we are, the final episode.
I'm your host, Candy Barr, and I would formally welcome you, but I've ordered some food before this game started, and it's still not here, so I'm going in skipping a meal. So expect extra crankiness.
Okay, lady.
Just you and me. I hope you have scented candles. No? A bouquet? A bottle of wine? A box of chocolates?
I got some.
Romance is dead.
I got
enough of that. Here's a lifesaver. If you're unsure,
I have an
of the
overhot
answer, press the shoulder
secretary.
button to eliminate 2 choices. If there are other players who didn't use a, sorry, am I rambling?
She's shy.
First up, subscribe to my OnlyFans for nightly sleep streams. So I got some guy on Instagram telling me that he's gonna kill me during this game today. Weird way to slide into my DMs, but he did start by saying he watches me while I'm asleep, which is some serious stalker business. Considering that he has eyes with no eyelids, which creepypasta character would find it the easiest to watch me sleep? Ben Drowned, Jeff the Killer, Slenderman, or Zalgo? Here's the tea. It is written that Jeffrey Woods carved his face into a permanent smile and burned off his eyelids, turning himself into the Killer, both in name and actions. Don't ask me why I know this stuff about creepypastas. I was just a dumb, edgy kid in the 2000s. Prepare your mind for curiosity and morbid cat idioms. They say that a cat has 9 lives, but also that curiosity killed the cat. Well, we curious cats in the writing room have been exploring our curiosity a bit too much while writing too many death-themed questions, so that we just had to do another one of these. Yep, it's a big brainstorming. It's what we do when one of our mind-mapping exercises gets way out of hand, with too many branches and not enough comedic potential. I'm gonna give you 3 of those branches, and you have to tell me what the common origin is. Blank, Raiden from Metal Gear Solid, Hideo Kojima. Blank, Black Butler, Tag Team Serial Killers, Blank, Dan Bull, Nerdcore Rappers. Which one of these names best completes this web? Sherlock Holmes, Mei Ling, Jack... This is gonna be good. The character Raiden from Metal Gear Solid is also
It's
known
time
as
for
Jack,
Jack
the Ripper.
to let her rip!
Black Butler, set in Victorian England, had an arc where Jack the Ripper is hunted down and revealed as a tag team between Madame Red and her Grim Reaper/Butler, Grail Sutcliffe. And Jack the Ripper, portrayed by Dan Bull, faced off against Hannibal Lecter, portrayed by Epic Lloyd in an episode of Epic Rap Battles of History. So the common thread here is
That was
Jack the Ripper.
Nerdcore. The only core I know is
Another possible
Nightcore.
thread would have been Jack the Ripper, the London Rippers, the defunct baseball team of London, Ontario, Canada, not London, UK. Sports team names that didn't age well. That would have segued nicely to the Washington Commanders, known as the Redskins until 2020. Really? 2020? Next in line. Hell is other people's messages. Oh, I got another
Dramatic
message from that guy.
twists
Let's
around.
see.
Change the plot
It says, "I'll send
dramatically
your soul
again.
into hell from whence you came." Anyway, let's say that my worst sin was being a heretic, while this guy's worst sin was being violent against other people. According to Dante's Divine Comedy, how many circles of hell deeper will this guy end up than I? 1 circle deeper? 2 circles deeper? This is gonna be good. I'll be taking that, thank you. None of you got it. The 6th circle of hell is for heretics, while the 7th circle of hell is for the violent. And most preschoolers can tell you that 7 comes right after 6. Remember, kids, being a violent murderer
Okay, 7 is
is
a
only
6
one
offender.
layer of hell worse than not believing in Jesus.
That's from an old
and both
food
of them are
battle
worse
game.
than my Uber Eats delivery guy taking a sweet time getting my lunch order to me.
I always thank
You
my
know,
Uber driver even when I
these
ask to
death
drop it
threat
off. I
messages
shout,
are getting me
one
into
time I
a
shouted,
mood where I
"Thanks,
wanna ask
lad!"
more murderer-themed questions. Here's one called Making a Killing, which is a sorta kinda. I'm gonna list 7 names. For each of them, you need to tell me if it's a real-life murderer or a fictional murderer. If you get it, same rules. Hannibal Lecter, Jack the Ripper, the Trinity Killer, Buffalo Bill,
I thought it was based on a real guy.
the Zodiac Killer, the Alphabet Murderer,
The hell's the alphabet murderer?
the Freeway Phantom. Can't sell fictional violence for real violence? You must be an anti-video game Karen. Whatever the problem with this guy is, he's kind of a loser if the biggest obstacle in the way of his happiness is someone like me. Some guy on TV he's never met. For all he knows, I could be fictional.
Candy was blissfully unaware that she was just a disembodied voice, created to guide along players and add some human warmth in a cold, inorganic,
Oh,
video game.
These days,
dramatic
stop narrating our
twisted.
lives like it's the Stanley Parable.
You mean the candy parable?
Absolutely not. Let's move on to safety handling sharp objects. I feel like a lot of people see swords as this really cool fantasy weapon. but
And
it's a
they
deadly
are.
Weapon, something that needs a lot of training and caution to handle well.
Oh, come on. I
Some
saved
OSHA-compliant
Jaga from a
workplace
guy
safety
trying to
signs are in
assault her
order.
at a...
Which OSHA
Club.
sign is the best fit to warn you about the Sword of Damocles? Caution, low clearance, mind your head. Caution, hot surface, do not touch. Caution, heavy, team lift. Or caution. Let's find out. Oh, you've been wanganumbed. You're really making me work for my salary, aren't you? The legend goes that as Damocles the courtier was allowed to be king of Syracuse for a day, a sword was dangled over the throne by one single horsehair. The moral is that with great power comes great danger. And Chekhov's gun would come with the sign, "Caution, equipment training required for all employees." Because sooner or later, either the gun's gonna be fired, or you if you don't pay attention. You're gonna love this one. The sweet relief of a chewy candy bar. I usually don't eat the Laffy Taffy that these jokes come with, but I'm a bit hungry, so I'm gonna eat it right now to tide me over. Okay then, here's a joke. Why are there fences around cemeteries? Because people are trying to get in.
Ha!
Dramatic. Anyway, which country has the cemetery where the most people died to get in? Iraq, Switzerland, Egypt, or China? Can you handle the truth? The Valley of Peace in Najaf, Iraq, houses the remains of 5 million people, mostly Shia Muslims, including prophets and politicians. In other words, it's Iraq's version of Fox News' target demographic. That's all for round 1. Let's hope the food arrives real soon because I'm getting impatient.
Hey, Candy, want some of mine?
Is it Heinz beans on toast again, like every single day?
What? No!
Oh, that's a relief.
I put it in a cone.
I refuse. Oh, hey, you don't seem like the delivery guy. Yeah, I'm still waiting for him to deliver that food I ordered. Where the hell is it? We're halfway through this episode and he still hasn't arrived. Let's just get on with this. Welcome to Salty Trivia! Point values are double in round 2 because of course. Let's get going. Come on, give those lifesavers some lovin'. Use one if you want to rule out a couple of... Yeah, making sure you know just in case. Next in line. And now, the moment you've been dreading. I watched Judge Dredd starring Sylvester Stallone lately. For those of you who don't watch 22s on Rotten Tomatoes, he's a street judge, a police officer who has the discretion to try and sentence criminals on the spot. Where have I seen this on the news? Anyway, suppose Judge Dredd used a dagger for the same reason a gyoji, a judge in sumo wrestling, is traditionally expected to. What is he most likely doing? Stabbing a mob of rowdy spectators, killing the accused for disrespecting the court, fighting off a religious protester, or apologizing for a wrong verdict with his life. Alright, shush, this is important. If a gyoji misjudges a game, he is traditionally expected to apologize by committing honorable suicide by stabbing his own abdomen, which is called harakiri or seppuku. Fortunately, the dagger is only a symbolic gesture now. Just as Chief Judge Magruder voluntarily exiled herself for misjudging, a misjudging gyoji just has someone on Twitter start a rumor that he's a pedophile. Let's move on to... No soap opera is complete without a death threat. Here's what you've been dying to see, 1,000 question! And that means it's worth as much as 1,000 other questions. But the prize money goes down the longer you take to answer. And you better act fast because only the first contestant to get it right will be rewarded. Get ready to press away because here I come. So in this soap opera I'm watching, Claire loves Hugh, but Hugh's in a relationship with Isabel, who has a crush on Dave, who's actually gay for Trevor, but he's dating Toby, who's secretly cheating on him with Felix. He got on with Alexi at an office party, but turns out Alexi tended just to see Sheila, who's friends with benefits with Brian, who's engaged with Regina, who meets with Harry every Wednesday evening, who sends love letters to Jillian, who's childhood friends with Claire. Got all that? Great. What would you call that situation? A love heptagon, a love icosagon, a love hendecagon, or a love tridecagon? A hendecagon is one side short of a dozen, much like your one egg short of a dozen. Why didn't you think of this? A polygon with 13 sides is called a tridecagon, so a situation with 13 one-sided loves in a loop would be called a love tridecagon. You know, I don't even know why I watch that stuff. I just play it on the TV when I'm home alone, so it sounds like I have an exciting life. The next question is... Screw this, I've been waiting half an hour before the start of the show. Can a girl get some lunch over here? I cannot work on an empty stomach. I'm getting sick. At this rate, I'm gonna chomp
This is
someone's
exactly
face
why I
off before
always
get my
record.
order. My stomach is imploding. I'm seriously getting hangry over here. Speaking of which, who the hell invented the word hangry? Just because they're the only two
Horny and
words
angry.
that end with G-R-Y?
Or hungry and angry.
Sure, maybe.
I'm 30 because I have that over red.
It's not even close.
Because I am right now number
Stupid
30 out of my
fuck.
chest.
Who the hell is there?
Crikey! When they call me an angry bastard!
Oh.
Alright, kiddo. The hell are you carrying on like a pork chop for?
It's taking hours for that damn Uber Eats to come through.
Uber Eats? What the hell is that?
You don't know it? It's an app that lets you order food from pretty much anywhere on your phone and have someone, apparently a massive slowpoke on a snail speed moped this time, mind you, deliver it to you.
Oh! So you get some random guy to get on the scooter and go for the pizza run, huh? When I was young, we had to ask the neighbors to do it for us because we couldn't be asked to get off the couch.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
What did you order anyway?
Well, just a couple hash browns from Macca's, half a dozen pumpkin scones from Starbucks, a triple cup of triple mango from Baskin Robbins, and a large cup of bubble tea with chocolate sauce from a local shop.
Fucking hell, Mike! Is that a lunch order or a family buffet? That's a heap of food! Why else do you think it's taking an hour?
I mean, sure, I have a huge appetite,
Yeah, he's
but an
basically the old
hour
man.
wait? It's ridiculous. It's not like the restaurants are hauling ingredients across the Atlantic after I place the order, is it?
Hey, you know something? That might not be too far off. Out of your 4 lunch orders, I noticed that only one of them is free of ingredients that are native to the Americas, otherwise known as New World crops.
Oh, come to think of it, you're right.
Well, why don't you tell me which one the hell it is?
And therefore the most plausible to have all the ingredients hauled across the Atlantic after I ordered, as they apparently have had.
The hash brown, the pumpkin scones, the mango ice cream, or the chocolate bubble tea?
To set the record straight, do you actually not know where chocolate comes from? Wow, you're a new level of stupid, aren't you?
Besides, cassavas are a New World crop too, stupid!
There's hash browns, potato salad, french fries, vodka. Potatoes are a pretty integral part of Western cuisine, which explains why potatoes are
They
native.
are from southern Peru, you dumbass!
I was about to say that, Ozzy. It's called a misdirection. That should help you make up your mind, courtesy of the Lifesavers. Apparently, you don't know jack-o'-lantern about New World crops.
I don't get it.
Do you, not know what Halloween is?
Nah, never celebrated it as a kid.
Makes sense, considering you seem like you were born before Halloween was invented.
Don't make me slap you.
Let's call it a learning moment.
Potatoes, pumpkins, cacao beans, cassava.
Whose starch boba is made of?
They're all crops originating in the Americas. Mangoes were first discovered on the Indian subcontinent.
Damn it, I was about to pick that one, but I thought mangoes were like a...
It's probably melted in sugary goo already.
Well, tough shit, Candy. Maybe you should have done some planning.
Well, excuse me, Ozzy. It's not like I could have planned for my food to be an hour overdue, is it? Oh, the intercom is ringing. Let me get that. Hey, yo?
There's someone at the door who can see Candy Moore.
Oh, finally. Let him through. It's Studio 3A. Looks like I'm finally getting...
Plot twist, the killer is either A...
You're gonna need a bigger shitter afterwards.
See, this is why the whole room gets awkward when you host the question. Are you ready for this? This mortal Tesla coil. I'm just trying to distract myself from my hunger with random topics, but gee, are Tesla coils pretty awesome or what? I mean, charging up enough electricity in one place to induce artificial lightning? What better way to give Zeus the middle finger? Suppose I was killed by electrocution from standing too close to a Tesla coil. Which one of these CSI Miami-style one-liners would be the least scientifically accurate? It looks like she couldn't conduct herself. It looks like she isn't insulated from her bad choices.
It looks like she took a turn.
Or it looks like she was grounded. To set the record straight, actually, you're the one who is not insulated from your bad choices.
Damn it!
This would have worked. If I was electrocuted, that must mean that I was grounded, I wasn't insulated, and electrical charge conducted through my body. Something very much would have conducted
Well, I know
myself.
somebody that got that shock recently.
But man, what a flashy way to go.
I'm sure y'all knew who it is.
Please welcome, heads will be bashed in.
And did you do? Said.
I'm gonna give you a silly phrase whose silly... You get it, same rules. With what saying does this rhyme? Dumbbell for my slaughter.
Mom, spaghetti!
You say this when you have a goal to achieve. Regardless of the cost or obstacles.
It's been so long Since I have done my mom, but done its monster to the man behind
no
the
afterlife or
slaughter.
flood can stop me. What a shame. It looks like you've never had something you really wanted to do, that you swear you'll do it, unconditionally, no matter what. No ifs, ands, or buts. Come what may, whatever it takes, one way or another, dumbbell for my slaughter.
Come hell or high water. Never heard that phrase. Then again, I don't talk to people very
One
much.
day I'm gonna surpass the trivia hosts I look up to. Come hell or high water.
And I know! I'm in
Number 12.
Sorry, just the models are glitching
Hey,
out a
who's
lot.
that guy with the sledgehammer behind what used to be the door?
After months, I finally found you, Candy Bar. You'll pay for spitting all my threats into jokes.
You know, if you wanted me to pay, you could have joined the game.
Is that
for
the trivia
just
murder
some
killer?
sweet Cash.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
How'd you get in here anyway?
What do you mean, how'd you get in here? You just said it's Studio 3A and let me in.
You mean that wasn't my food delivery just now? Oh, how much longer are they gonna make me wait?
Shut up, just shut up! Or I'll shatter every bone in your body with my sledgehammer.
Ooh, another way I can use it.
Smallest.
Use it for one of my jobs.
Which are the first and last bones he plans to break?
I told you to stop doing that!
My pelvis and my incudes, my radii and my lacrimal bones, my femurs and my stapedies, or my tibiae and my malii. Here's the tea. Oh, so close. The lacrimal bones are not the smallest bones in my body, but the smallest bones in this cute, lovable face of mine.
Are you provoking me? You are provoking me.
The shocking truth is, the femurs, also known as the thigh bones, are the biggest and strongest bones in your body. The stapedies, also known as the stirrup bones, are one of the 3 bones in your inner ear, and the smallest bones in your body overall.
Dude, why aren't you afraid? Why are you screaming your
Yeah, what's the
off?
trivia murder killer doing in here?
Daisy?
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Wow, that was a kick to the balls. Like a double Pele. Thanks for saving my bacon there, Daisy.
Ooh, nice sledgehammer. Can I keep it?
I mean, maybe until this guy's handed over to the cops. Just don't smash any of the equipment or staff.
Gotcha. Oh, speaking of bacon.
Or you can do it on his head. Don't worry. I won't mind.
Oh,
I won't
it's
mind.
about damn time!
Oh, yes. Her phone is here. Maybe he would. What if the real Uber Eats are the friends who
Brace
made along the
yourselves
way?
for the sugar rush. For each of the 6 sections, select only the options that match that description. 1 point gain for each right answer or omission, but 1 point lost for each wrong answer or omission. Only choose matches that fit this topic. Side hustle. Which of these committed the side word in question? I'm gonna hustle right towards my lunch, BRB.
I know it's killing your daddy. That kid Joe. Reggie? Fratricide, Hey! Oh no, wait, he was the victim. Yeah, if you don't know, Phil Hartman was killed by his wife. She went insane and just killed him.
I'm
Troy
back from
McClure.
absolutely demolishing my lunch.
I saw. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen.
I'm still pissed that it took this entire game for my food to arrive. Damn it, Uber, why do you make something this slow and release it to the public? And again, Crisis was released.
Yes, my laptop can run Crisis. So yeah, that is Salty Trivia with Candy Bar. Yeah, that was pretty good. So now sexy stuff. J-Man!